5G or 5G Plus Unlimited 3-month plan. Total wireless in your corner. For limited time while supplies last. Valid in store. Device taxes and fees may apply. Requires port in and ID verification. Restrictions apply.
It's time for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers Power Play of the Week on 98 Rock, highlighting the biggest, boldest, most game-changing play from your Bucs.
Just like that explosive moment on the field, Solar Source brings the power to your home. With over 40 years serving Orlando and Tampa, offering electric, pool solar, and battery backup systems.
And don't forget to stop by the 98 Rock tent at your next Bucs home game to register to win a battery backup system from Solar Source.
Solar Source, powering Florida, powering you.
Proud sponsor of the Bucs Power Play on 98 Rock.
A golf instructor who knows technique can improve an aspiring pro swing. But one who really cares can help transform a career.
There he is, your new champion.
When you team up with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
Daytona Beverages and Bud Light celebrate our local heroes. We continue to meet sacrifice with hope for America's first responders and military families with our Folds of Honor Local Heroes Challenge. A portion of proceeds from every Bud Light sold this summer will be donated locally to Folds of Honor to fund scholarships for military and first responder families. Look for festive Bud Light summer displays at your favorite retailers. Purchase Bud Light and raise one for our heroes this summer. Daytona Beverages is locally owned and operated out of Volusia County.
This is Monster Jam. Get ready for massive stunts, crazy skills, featuring Grave Digger, El Toro Loco, Sparkle Smash, and more. Big time fun for the whole family. Monster Jam, as big as it gets. Coming to Kia Center this Saturday and Sunday. Brought to you by BKT Tires, your local Ford dealers, and Morgan & Morgan. Tickets on sale now.
Here's something most of us don't want to think about, but probably should. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton here for our friend Mike Lester and the team at Talon Wealth Management.
That thing we don't want to talk about is a will. If you don't have one, Mike and his team would like to help you out. They'll start you off with a comprehensive financial plan.
If you are 55 or over and have saved at least $250,000 for retirement, the Talon Comprehensive Financial Plan is complimentary. And when that plan's in hand, you will also receive the gift of a will and trust courtesy of Talon Wealth.
The folks at Talon Wealth are not attorneys, but they work with a group of attorneys who'll provide a will and trust at no charge to you. Reach out at 813-755-5000. 813-755-5000. One more time, that's 813-755-5000. And be sure and tell them that Clay and Buck sent you.
Advisory services offered through Talon Private Wealth, LLC, a SEC-registered investment advisor. The information provided is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be construed as legal, tax, or financial advice.
There's no such thing as a fender bender when it comes to motorcycle accidents.
More than 80% of crashes result in catastrophic injuries. Injuries that require experienced attorneys ready to fight for you. We are, and we will.
Farah and Farah, Orlando.
Some things can steal your sunshine. Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken.
Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Guys, listen, the official drink of the summer is here. It's Eye Candy Energy Drink, and Eye Candy Energy Drink was developed right here in Central Florida. 3 delicious flavors. They got the original, they got sugar-free, and sugar-free cotton candy. That's my favorite. Matter of fact, I was drinking that over the weekend. I had the sugar-free cotton candy with some vodka. That was the drink of the summer for me this weekend. It's great on its own, or you can mix it with some alcohol, whatever you want to do. You can get it online. Go to eyecandyenergydrink.com. It's Eye Candy Energy Drink.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Got questions after an accident? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free, new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Shawn Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Tuesday, July 29th, 2025. Lots to get to today. From an attacker targets the NFL in NYC to arrest announced after a huge brawl in Cincinnati. And Ozzy Osbourne's funeral plans have fans freaking out. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, C-Lane.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. As always, send us a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message rolling right in the studio in real time. How's everybody doing for a Share the Show Tuesday?
Share the show.
That's right. It's when you spread the word about the show. Tell people about the show, the podcast, the live stream. Send a link to a friend. Just evangelize a little bit. That means tell somebody that you like the News Junkie, and maybe they will too. All right? So share the show Tuesday.
The News Junkie.
That's just like that.
Yeah. Have you heard of our Lord and Savior, the News Junkie?
Yeah, we don't have like a book, like the Bible, but you just show them the website or go to thenewsjunkie.com/share. Follow all the accounts over there. On YouTube, you can click the like button. All that is valuable. So thank you. Want to share the show Tuesday. How's everybody doing on a Tuesday?
Peachy. Have you noticed some new angle streamers?
It looks nice, actually. Sabrina's
I'm not
camera.
Even using the one that I'm supposed to be using, or am I?
No, it looks great. Yeah, the shot looks fine. We got some problems at iHeartHQ with the internet, and then like when that happens, you have to go to the company headquarters, and like it's not like at your house when the internet has a problem, you go over and you bang the modem, and then you like unplug it and plug it back in.
Wait 30 seconds, please.
Everything works after that. It's not like that. You have to call like a different state here. You have
you like walk up to a big just rock door, and there's ominous music in the background. Whoa, and you knock thrice. Boom, boom,
I'm here to reset the internet.
Great and powerful iHeart Engineering Oz. I'm sorry that I have found a not good grace with thee. Could you please just give us back our internet, and we'll be good.
Amen.
Everything seems to be working so far. We'll see what happens here today. It's going to be one of those journeys with us together, but here we go. Let's see. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers in the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to CNBC, everybody.
Ooh.
Over on CNBC, they were talking about some of the tariffs and deals and money stuff. That's what they do over on CNBC. Ignore the glitches in the video. I had to auto censor it. But
engineer just came through, and I'm like, "How's the internet stuff going?" He goes, "Not good. You're done."
Oh no,
not good. Not good.
You're done.
Goodbye.
What does your done mean? That sounds real bad.
He left.
All right. Okay. We'll keep an eye on it. Hopefully Sabrina is not done, but we'll see what happens. So here we go. Again, you listening to this, don't worry, but there is a curse word on the way.
Our biggest problem is we have so much growth that the Fed won't cut.
What the Jesus Christ.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I take it right back.
Everybody,
I take it right back.
It's okay. It's okay.
Can we do that on the radio? Can we say I take it right back? I take it right back. I take it right back.
Like dump, take it right back?
That's what they did. They don't have the dump. Yeah, like he said the F word on CNBC, old Jim Cramer. And then right after he says the F word, he goes, I take it back. I take it back.
It's, the problem, he doesn't have his big soundboard anymore with the big red buttons on it. He could have just hit the button, like, what the, and then he sort of just had to say it. Yeah.
So he just drops the curse word. And now everybody on chat is cursing and then saying, I take it back. Well, you guys, we can still see it.
I definitely take it freaking back.
Would you imagine if we go in front of the FCC and they say, like, here are some things that you have said on your show?
Howdy doody, mother.
I'm sorry. Did you guys not understand rule number 1 of radioing? We took it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Takesies backies is what you might be familiar with, FCC.
it's as good as it never happening. That's what happens.
Our biggest problem is we have so much growth that the Fed won't cut.
What the Jesus Christ.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry. I take it right back.
Everybody,
take it right back.
Was there any indication of what he was WTFing?
Well, it says
So what's the
he
big
accidentally cursed on air, and a graphic popped up showing the trade deals Trump has made so far. And when the trade deals popped up, I don't know if that was good, bad, or that was a WTF reaction.
It sounds like he spilled his coffee on him, which I know is not the case because he's got his coffee there. I could see it. But it sounded like it was really out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm. He did that and then said a Jesus Christ afterwards, which, just so you know, will upset about as many people as the F word traditionally when you drop one of those.
Or that GD.
That will get it, too. I mean, like I'll have people email me. I'll have said the most horrific things the day before, and then somebody will email me and be like, well, you know.
How dare ye?
I can't be listening to this, Shawn. Well, there you go. If you want your curse words and some financial news, go over to CNBC. A lot of guys in suits talking about that stuff. The runner-up, I wish there was more to it. I wish Trump really put something into it, but did you see the clip of him where he did the Sean Connery impersonation?
No.
I had so much hope for the Sean Connery impersonation clip. Like,
I would be kind of curious because I would think that at the moment he is one of the most impersonated people on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
So for him,
Trump, you mean?
Yeah. For him to also have some impersonations in his pocket, it could be kind of funny. And
he doesn't do too many of them, but he does break them out from time to time.
He had that
disabled person.
Yeah, the disabled reporter.
Yeah, he had that, but that was less of a audible impersonation.
That was more physical. Like
I did the same thing when I was 13, and I was making fun of my friends one time. You know, it's like this. That was the very same thing.
Did you do this thing where you like it was always that thing?
All right, okay. I think
you gotta watch out with that.
I've never actually seen a disabled person doing that. It was just the thing that we did when we were kids to call somebody disabled.
Sean will do it.
Yeah.
What is it?
I didn't think it called for it in the context there, but C-Lane's working around the whole thing has been fairly retarded, I think. So we got that going on. Trump did
I never called anybody fairly retarded. I went full blast.
I've been called it.
It's not full.
Like, Shawn, you are fairly all right. Yeah, I got it. That makes
Not the
sense.
first time. Thanks for listening.
I'll take the lumps. So Trump does this impersonation, but I was really, when I saw the clip, I had such high hopes because I was hoping he would really lean into it. This is the best we can do.
Development. The land, they said it couldn't get zoned. It was an impossibility. And Sean Connery said, let the bloody bloke build his golf course. Once he said that, everything came into line. John and I were talking about.
That's all he did.
That was his impression.
He just said it's what I do with impressions sometimes, where you just say the thing.
Bloke, bloody
mate, bloke.
If you're doing Sean Connery, that means you have a ping pong ball in your mouth.
He didn't get to like the actual lean into the sound of the voice. It didn't really happen for me there. I'll give it to you one more time just in case.
Development. The land, they said it couldn't get zoned. It was an impossibility. And Sean Connery said, let the bloody bloke build his golf course. Once he said...
He even gave up at build his golf course. It was like, let the bloody bloke build his golf course.
Crikey.
Let the bloody bloke build his golf course.
That was good, C-Lane.
How old is Sean Connery these days? He on death watch?
If only there were a network of computers that I could ask.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got you, Sean Connery.
Ooh, now we get to ask Sean Washington to Google.
How old do you think Sean Connery? John Connery is his little-known brother. I don't think you'll guess his age.
John Connery is the version of Sean Connery that was in Terminator.
Oh, I have bad news. Sean Connery's dead.
He died.
Yeah, I don't remember him dying. What happened?
Oh, wait. I don't remember him dying.
Yeah, no. It was like
or no.
Close to Alex Trebek, because I think maybe Trebek won that.
He died in 2020, so it was like pandemic year when we were just losing him like crazy.
Left and right.
Yeah, maybe
Connery.
I just don't remember it for that reason or something.
Can
But yeah,
you,
Sean Connery died then.
Google John Connery if he's still
Nothing coming up for him. Nothing yet.
Too bad.
Sean Connery died in his sleep on the 31st of October. Halloween, he died, aged 90, at his home in Lyford Cay in the Bahamas. And his death was announced by his family and his productions company, which is seems kind of strange.
What day did he die?
He died
Halloween?
October 31st, Halloween 2020.
Alex Trebek died 8 days later.
Whoa.
Really? Oh, man. So, yeah, I mean, I think that was such a tight year that we have a couple of celebrities in that death zone, if you will, that maybe we just kind of lost track of. It could be the case. I don't know if that's the official name for it, but it's just what we're going to go with for right now. All right, we have many things to talk about today. One of the big stories of the day is obviously this shooting that went down in New York City yesterday. I'm not sure how much you guys saw of the coverage of this. It just like came out of nowhere. And did you see the photo?
Yeah.
The photo of the shooter. There's something I'll bring it up because
The photo of the new
shooter.
information this morning of, I guess, motive, but obviously he's bat-ass crazy.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of twists and turns in this, and we'll hopefully go over a lot of them. But the photo is it's the most nonchalant shooter photo I think I've ever seen in my life. This is a man in
how big his gun is, you mean?
Pop this up if you can, C-Lane. This is a man in New York City. Now, you have to understand, if you're not aware of this, it's not commonplace at all to see people just toting around weapons in New York City, especially if you're not in America. You might be like, they got guns everywhere. But New York City has pretty strict gun laws. Basically, most of the bad guys have guns. Good guys, not so much.
You walk through like Times Square, and there's even like street signs around. There's like, this is a no gun zone.
And this guy has a semi-automatic rifle, and he double parked his car, which I love how they pointed that out in the news stories. They were like, he double parked his car, and we got bigger fish to fry.
That's the thing. That's what the little nuances. Like Beyonce didn't even sing one note. They gave her millions of dollars. She didn't even sing one note.
Could you imagine if at the police press conference they didn't even talk about the murders? They just kept reinforcing the double parking thing, because that's kind of how it came off.
Yeah.
But he just nonchalantly in this video is like making his way to this building.
I feel like I'm going to hear the Matrix soundtrack when you press play on this.
Yeah.
Like,
he's got a jacket on, shades on, and oh yeah, by the way, in the middle of this stroll, he just so happens to be holding a semi-automatic weapon, and he's not holding it like you would if you were in the army or something. He's holding it like you would if you were in the army and you were really about to get in trouble, because he's got his like hand on the pistol grip and the trigger, and he's just like swinging it next to him. No big whoop, nothing going on here. And it just looked so, I don't know. There's something about it that just looks so like blasé to me, that it's kind of an amazing photo, actually.
Tommy B on YouTube says double parked equals 2 times the prison term.
Right.
Double parked, double the prison.
Multiplier, right. Yeah, so he cruised up to this building, and the first thing I heard was, hey, there's a shooting in New York City, and there was all sorts of police activity around there. The FBI is like scrambling to get there, and nobody really knows what's going on or what's happening. Now, very shortly after that, there was a press conference. I'm going to play the press conference for you where they sort of lay out what went down here. And then the craziest thing was, to me at least, was what could have happened here. Because it was only because of one mistake that this guy didn't just annihilate everybody in the NFL offices.
And such
That's what he was targeting.
weird mistake.
Yeah, like he meant to get in the elevator, hit the button, go up to the NFL HQ, and start just laying down people inside the NFL offices.
Why the NFL?
Well,
Interesting twist.
Yeah, he was a former football player and a bunch of other issues. He had a note on him that we'll talk about.
God.
And we'll get into all this. Hear the press conference. It's a pretty wild story. And so we'll get into those details just in case you haven't heard them. Those are on the way today. Obviously, fans are freaking out over Ozzy Osbourne's funeral plans. What's happening with that? We got a lot on deck. It's a very busy Share the Show Tuesday, so come along for the ride. All of that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Multiple lanes are blocked on Apopka Vineland Road southbound between I-4 and World Center Drive. There's a crash where Airport Road meets Sanford Avenue, causing a bit of commotion. It's going to be your typical delays you're going to be running into this morning. There's no serious accidents really affecting your ride on the major roadways here, but if you do see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Dairy Queen. The sweetest day of the year is almost here. July 31st is Miracle Treat Day at DQ, where $1 or more from every Blizzard treat sold is donated to your local Children's Miracle Network hospital. See you July 31st for Miracle Treat Day, only at DQ. Happy tastes good at participating locations.
Folks, in Central Florida, when things get hot, you need to rely on your AC working. And a lot of times you just can't. And even worse, you can't rely on the people who you would have to call to fix it. It drives some folks to a little bit of a level of desperation where you're YouTubing and trying to figure out how not to shock yourself and fix the AC at the same time. Have no fear any longer. There's a great company. It's called Mills Air. Mills Air is run by Leon Mills. He's ready to help you out with the greatest team of AC techs in town. And they strive for one thing more importantly than anything. That is honesty. They're an amazing company. You could always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you could always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Give them a call today. Here's the number for Mills Air, 407-277-1159. That's 407-277-1159, or you can find them online at millsair.com.
One thing you definitely do not want during rainy season is a leaky roof. That's why I got to call my friends at Eustis Roofing. They have supplied Central Florida with quality roofs since 1959. They are traditional and metal roof experts. And don't let the name fool you. Eustis Roofing covers real professionals, real experts.
Go by.
Can you hear me?
Me?
Yeah.
Yes.
I gotta disconnect from Ninja and get this other webcam working. So, C-Lane said to let you know because he doesn't have access to full screen.
Okay, I can do it.
Until his mouse works. Okay.
Okay.
So, give it a minute.
You buy Morgan & Morgan. Visit MorganMonsterCham.com to see
Hello.
courtesy of Morgan & Morgan. Visit website.
Hi, everybody.
Come into Kia Center.
It's a very short break.
Tickets on sale now.
We're back in just a minute. I also have to fix a camera in the meantime. So, basically, babysit yourselves, attend to yourselves. You have 90 seconds, and we're coming back live on the show. I want everybody to introduce yourself to everybody else. Hello, my name is blank, and then tell an interesting fact about yourself. Hello, my name is blank, and here's an interesting fact about me. Go ahead.
Out at thatmortgageguydon.com.
With thatmortgageguydon.com.
You hear that? That's Mike sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. That's because Mike was smart this time. He took ZQL Ultra to fall asleep fast, stay asleep longer, and get the deeply restorative sleep he needs. So now he wakes up refreshed and ready to conquer Mondays.
Let's do this Monday.
ZQL Ultra. Not for colds, just for sleep. Really great sleep. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Divorce is complicated, especially when a professional practice or a small business is involved and, of course, on the line. At Cordell & Cordell, we know the years of work that you've invested and what's at stake. For over 35 years, we've helped guide doctors, lawyers, and business owners through the complex process to protect their businesses that they've spent their lives building. Call Cordell & Cordell today because your business is more than a job.
Oh, Don't Mikey here. This is an annoying day. The internet is just collapsed. Oh. You're hot on Dolmike, so keep it clean here. context, it's really that hilarity for me. Yeah. One of the most annoying parts about this whole thing is that I have two computers that I control with one mouse and one keyboard, and I need internet for that, and it's not working. So I have to three mice and keyboards. Anyway, we're back.
Forever at the crossroads between viral news and total chaos.
It's the world's most amazing, accurate, and intense viral newsroom. And you can learn more about the show over at thenewsjunkie.com. I'd just like to say, I don't want to rub anything in here, but I will stand by.
You want to rub it out?
I would stand by my largely made fun of driving abilities and tell you that.
Okay, how dare you? That's the way you were going to frame it.
My car is safe and sound. I didn't get into any sort of accident.
This is a real dick move because you during the break were like, "Hey,
let me know.
Is it okay if we can talk about this?"
Yeah,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Classic Shawn.
What do you guys? I said the same thing off air that I'll say on air. It's really true that I am the greatest driver ever, and I did not get into an accident as of late.
The greatest, slowest driver of all time. And with that, we've heard it before, and it's kind of like okay, yeah, for sure, sweetheart. Oh, yeah, you're a good driver.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's going to go around you. But what you are trying to make me segue into is, yes, I did get into a car accident yesterday.
Yesterday, you get into a car accident. You've already had problems with your Mazda. You're looking at trying to get the hell out of it.
Has been a good gal to me for the last almost 13 years. Actually, and as a matter of fact, next month, it'll be 14 years that I've had the car.
Oh, my God. Okay. All right. Well, they say...
Wait, didn't you get that car?
Yeah, you got that car during the show.
Shut up.
10 years.
I was thinking about it for the year before I got it.
Yeah, maybe 10 years you've had that
I got it as a 2014, got in 2013. Okay, you're right. I'm sorry. Math.
You got into an accident. Now, let's try out the thing that I hear over and over and over and over again. They say most accidents happen within, like, some certain distance of your house.
Mm-hmm.
Most accidents within distance house of home. Okay. They say that happens 10 miles. Within 10 miles of your home.
Okay.
Or 5 miles, this says. More than half of all accidents.
10 miles of your home? Do you know what a big radius that is?
Well, but 88% of people get
girthy radius.
Get into accidents within 10 miles of their home. And like over 50% get into accidents within 5 miles of their home. Were you close to your home or no?
Yes, I was.
Okay, well, that's right.
Absolutely within the 10-mile, dare I say, 5-mile radius.
Okay,
so that, yeah.
Close to your home, you were drag racing, and
I was on my 4th donut,
mm-hmm.
and everyone that prior to the 5th donut, everyone was like, "Okay, yeah, let's back up." Like kind of a dance circle at a wedding.
Mm-hmm.
The cars were doing that for me.
Oh my God!
And then some idiot, he ran a stop sign. It was just straight up, and I was. I'm dealing with a family thing right now, and I'm calling my mom for an update, and this guy just ran the stop sign.
Hit you?
Hit me good. Oh,
all right, hold on. You got like too many fake stories and real stories out there.
Real story is I'm on the phone with my mom. Family emergency is real, and for real, guy ran stop sign.
Where did he hit the car?
Passenger side.
Okay.
And
nobody was over there?
Got her, yeah, thank God. Got her real good. But boy, is my neck hurting.
Oh, yeah? You know what this is time for? What's that old rhyme? How injured on the go?
Just call Mo.
That's it, yeah.
Mo's getting a flurry of texts.
So how bad of damage are we talking about on the passenger side of your car?
The headlight's out, and the frame. If I want to take the hardest left turn, I want to. That's scraping up against the new frame that is dented in. I will say this: when it happened, I was like, "There's that. Where's my? Wish I was on cable. Stop sign, dude."
Mm-hmm.
We pull over. I think it was this kid's first car accident.
He was young,
shaking.
Oh man!
And I'm like, "Are you okay?" "I'm okay. Are you okay?" He has a hospital thing on.
Oh, maybe it wasn't his first car accident.
Maybe it was his first car
Look,
accident.
lady, I've been doing this all day. Okay,
terrible look.
And I'm like, "Hey, listen. So we're gonna have to call the police. All right, non-emergency, because unfortunately, we can both see that this is something we can't just exchange information on."
Mm-hmm.
They got there very quickly. However, where we did pull over because the main street was not a place we should have stopped, this tiny little lady immediately was like, "You can't park here." And I go, "We were just in a car accident, ma'am." "Well, you can't park here. Move back."
Mind your own business, bitch.
Yeah. Shut up, you old bag.
And I said, "Ow, why are you punching me like that, little old Asian lady?"
Mm-hmm.
That was part of the fake story.
What kind of car was this kid driving who plowed into you?
A car that didn't get as much damage as mine.
No, but did it look like there's money in this family, or it was like, ooh,
I don't know.
Damn it, man.
It is worth, diving into, but I'm just glad he's okay. I'm okay. Cannot say the same for the Maserati. I think
all I'm saying,
I think that's the universe.
All I'm saying is, if you're an incredibly rich person, one of the most basic tricks is do the Warren Buffett and buy yourself a cheapo car, because the reaction to the accident is often based on the amount of money you think the driver of the car has.
Mine is significantly older than the other car.
If a Bentley hit me, I'd be like, "Oh my God!" I'm on the ground. I'm on fire. I'm like Ricky Bobby. I'm completely
nude.
Yeah, I'm naked. I'm like, there's mental and physical things that are happening as a result.
Wife, I love her. Here's my insurance information, which, by the way, was also a nightmare. 2025, gotta love technology. You can't call a place anymore. I had to do a full-blown app.
Chat?
And not even chat. It was like, fit the car into this little frame here. Okay, our AI has determined this and this. And I go, "You don't even know what happened."
Oh, wow.
You gecko.
It wanted you to send the photos of the damage, and then they used AI to assess
and
it.
I go, "Let me get on the phone with a person." I was on hold for 40 minutes before I hung up in frustration.
Damn. Oh, man.
Hey,
Did you
glad
drive?
everyone's safe.
Did you drive the Mazda here today? Is that what's?
Yeah, no other toys.
So it's out there. We can see the Dimash.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I'll send you the pictures right now.
Yeah, I was the other show.
That's good. I don't want to go outside. It's hot.
There's so much blood.
Sea Witch on YouTube says, when we were hit head on by a 17-year-old speeding and illegally passing on a double yellow line, we were lucky to get a $2,500 settlement. He had almost no insurance. That happens from time to time.
Indra on the go, justcallmo.com. Ready. You should have done that.
See, the problem is if somebody hits you and they don't have insurance, and then you don't have the type of insurance that covers you,
you gotta have uninsured motorist coverage.
Yeah, that's
You're
so frustrating.
In Florida, I thought.
You don't have to, but Moses is talking about that all the time. That's what Moses is always saying. Like, hey,
you got it, Shawn?
A good call right now. I think so. I don't know.
Sweet. I'm gonna back into your car later.
I got 2 weeks before I got to pay for another 6 months here, so I'll probably check right around that time. Did you send me the photo? Let me know when you send that over.
I thought it was during. Yeah, no, it's on your way. We're having some internet issues here. So
it's affecting that too. All right, well, glad you
send these photos through the guest Wi-Fi.
What kind of world is this, man? It looks like your computers are on in front of you, though, C-Lane.
They're on.
They're on. Yeah. All of them say internet connection.
They can do not internet stuff,
Poppycock.
That's just on the computer.
Do you have the car crash sound effects?
Oh, yeah. I got live footage of Sabrina.
Sorry, ma'am.
I'm going to talk about you on the radio.
The young guy who ran into you there.
Oh, no, you cannot park here. That was the last part.
That wasn't even a clip. That was just you.
Shut up.
All right. Here's what we're going to do.
What?
We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk about this situation that happened in New York City. I got the press conference of all the details from this, which are pretty crazy. And then what went wrong, because the guy was targeting the NFL, and
That's
like,
so
it was
weird.
just because he accidentally hit the wrong elevator, he ended up somewhere else. And so there's a lot of twists and turns on this story that I think we need to cover. It's one of the biggest viral stories of the day. We'll tackle that head on. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
This weekend, Real Radio 104.1 smells like the 90s.
You gotta keep them separated.
Classic alternative. This
Meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast. And today is another Fox 35 weather.
Hey, everybody. Happy Tuesday. It's a Share the Show Tuesday. I hope you're sharing the show. That's what Share the Show Tuesday is all about anyhow. Okay. I have to tell you, I'm a little bit uncomfortable. This shirt, sometimes it's a word of warning. Sometimes you get a shirt like this, and I got it from, I believe, TikTok. So I'm scrolling TikTok, I see this shirt, and I go, that's fun. It's like $10. You get it, and then you're like, okay, well, it feels okay. It feels like a soft shirt. But then, on the back, you got this. So it's like the front length is different than the back length. And so now I'm constantly feeling like it's itching up on me, and I do not like it. Now you know a little bit about my problem. Anyhow, happy Share the Show Tuesday.
Frank A is everywhere. I'm calling Frank A. When you have AC problems, you need help now.
It's to show off your tramp stamp? How would they know about this? It's the opposite of an untuck it. I'm telling you, it's like right here. It's so short that if I raise my arm, like it's uncomfortable. I hate it. And then I want to like tug at it, but then I feel like a little kid. It's all bad. All right. Those little 6-year-old children are doing the best they can. Well, honestly, I had about enough. If you're in China or Indonesia or Vietnam or any other country, if you're going to pick up a job, I don't give a shit if you're 7 years old. Do the job the right way. Huh? How can I help you? Isn't this bad?
No.
Yes, it is. You're lying.
It's just normal. It's not. It doesn't look good when guys' back shirts are too long.
No, but look, it's like it's longer in the front than the back. You don't think that looks weird?
No, I don't think it looks weird at all.
Okay, I think you're wrong, but I appreciate the notion. What can I do for you? Yours, it fits totally fine. It's a well-fitting shirt. Mine is longer in the front than it is in the back. So now, like, my butt is going to pop out of my pants. Huh? Does it look like it's a little ill-fitting? Be honest.
That's fine.
Can't be honest, can you? Chat people, is it ill-fitting? Yes or no? Is she lying? Is it ill-fitting? Yes or no? They're going to say the same thing. It's ill-fitting. It's like they said Temu. I didn't even get this from Temu. What do you want from me? There's been something that I wanted to ask you.
What? Stop! That's...
No, don't lock me in! Don't lock me in! Hey, what if there's a fire? You have to be careful about that. And then I have a fire and then my little shirt is popping out. And then the fire people come in, they're like, yeah, this guy looks like an idiot. That's embarrassing. Is that what you want to happen to me?
No.
Okay. Get it out. I gotta look back 2.5 minutes. What do you want? Huh? You're leaving? Okay. Are you taking your stuff with you, or how long is this for good? Have a good time. No, don't lock me in. Don't do it. Stop it. Be safe, please. Watch out for these like randos on the sidewalk. I say that because I hesitate to tell you this, but I saw a story and it said Orlando, and it was like, beware in this neighborhood if you're running. And so I looked and it's far away from where we are. But it was like some fucking guys just like out on the street and trying to like tackle and like abduct a woman who was on her run.
Fucking kick him in the face.
Okay, do you have your pepper spray?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, take your pepper spray. I'm sorry to tell you that before you run. I didn't mean to tell you that before you run, but I did.
I'll murder someone.
Okay, well just stay away from them.
Or murder them?
If they touch you, murder them, yes.
Okay.
I'll help you bury the body. See you later. It's not because of the flesh in front, Tammy. That's not what it is. It's a bad, ill-fitting cut because of the little Vietnamese fingers that made it. Okay? You ever been to Cambodia? The quality is garbage. Okay. Cambodia, Vietnam, China, wherever they're making them. I just don't like it. All right, here we go.
At FloridasHistoricCoast.com. An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions, like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Stay connected and stay productive with Rapid Radios. Business owners trust Rapid Radios for instant, reliable team communication with nationwide LTE coverage, push-to-talk convenience, and room for up to 200 units on one feed. Keeping connected's never been easier.
Order now at rapidradios.com.
Home of the world-famous Game of Magnets. This is the...
I was like, should I have said the thing?
Is that just
that I
sometimes
said? And I just had one of those moments. Courtney came
75% of the time doing that. Sorry, internet issues.
No, I don't. I disagree with that. I think 99% of the time I'm good to go.
No, I am
1%.
75% without a doubt.
1% of the time I'm putting my foot in my mouth, or at least I thought I was. I don't know. Here's what happened. Let me just tell you. So Courtney comes to the door in the studio, and I'm messing around back and forth with her a little bit. I'm telling her about how this stupid shirt that I bought is like, you ever buy a shirt and then like the cut on it is so bad that I'm just constantly like just tugging at every part of me. I feel like an idiot, and then
like it's too short.
Like an idiot.
It's too. I know I do. It's too short in the back. I don't know if women have this problem. Yeah, like the back, right? Like here, this part of the shirt.
Oh.
It comes up like here, you see skin, and it's too short back there.
How is
Anyhow,
that a thing?
Yeah, because it was made by little Cambodian kids. Like this is a shirt from Instagram or something, or from TikTok. So I'm asking her about that, and then she's like, "Okay, see you later, Shawn. I'm about to go on my run," and I'm like, "Okay." And then a lot of things flashed through my mind in a very short period of time, and I remembered when I got up and started doing show prep. There was a story, and the story said that in town, some woman who was going for a run had to fight off a guy who was attempting to like kidnap and rape her. And I was like, where is this? And I'm looking at
no, Shawn.
And I just when the door was about to shut, I was like, oh, hey, by the way, I know you're about to go on your run. I hear there was a guy out there who was like trying to kidnap and rape people, so be careful.
Have a good run. Bye.
And she's like, what? And I'm like, do you have your pepper spray? She's like, I'll kill somebody if they try to mess with me. I'm like, good, you know. But I realized afterwards, I'm like, should I have said that? I just wanted to warn her. I don't want anything to happen to her. There's stuff happening. I don't even know if they caught the guy that was responsible for this. But then I thought, now she was about to go on a beautiful run and enjoy herself, and the whole time she's going to be thinking about the rapist.
Ruined it by going, watch out for the rapist.
And this is our neighborhood?
It did not happen in our neighborhood. No, no, it happened. You know how like it'll say Orlando or wherever, and I go, oh, must be so close. When I look it up, it's further away, but it's just some dude. And I brought it up because when I went for my run/walk yesterday, there was some guy sitting in the middle of the sidewalk, sitting on the ground like a younger guy with stuff around him and just weird as hell, staring at nothingness. And like all of that came together in my head. And I'm like, she's about to go for a run. Don't mess with her. Let her have a clear head. I couldn't help myself. I have to tell her about the potential threat out there.
Yeah, of course.
And so I say it. And then afterwards, I'm like, oh, God, I don't know.
And take this air tag, attach it to your shoe.
I don't know
Love
what
you,
to do.
bye.
I'm already mad enough at her. We've already got major problems.
What band did she forget this time? She doesn't know who Soundgarden is.
It's not that necessarily, C-Lane. And we will get to this New York City story, I promise you.
This one
momentarily.
so much worse.
This is important. All right? So she's been complaining about her iPhone being old. And I said, yeah, well, my iPhone is old too. And it like freezes all the time. And it doesn't charge. And like even right now, the day is just starting. I have 26% on my phone. You know what I mean? Like this is the world that I'm living. So,
oh my God, exactly the same, actually.
She goes, can we get a upgraded phone? I was like, all right, let me get you an upgraded phone. And we ordered it to be delivered to the house. And then I said, mine, I would like fixed immediately. So I want to go to the Spectrum store, even though, you know, yours is on the way. It's going to take a couple of days. I want mine right now. And I walk into the Spectrum store and I'm like, there's that iPhone 16 Pro, baby. Look at that thing. And in my head, I'm like, all right, we'll just talk to the guy. We'll do this. And the guy comes walking over to me and he's like, we don't have any of these phones. And I said, what? And he's like, we can order them for you, but it's faster if you just order them online.
On display, you monster.
And I thought to myself, if it's faster for me to order my phone online than in the store, why are you in the store?
Baloney.
What? Why do you have a job anymore, Mr. Man? What's going on here and what's happening with you?
Mr. Man.
Let me go see what's in back of the house.
Mm-hmm.
Because I believe at one point there were shelves that were full of product.
He assured me they did not have any iPhones back there, none at all.
Yeah, right.
And so yesterday, her new iPhone came, and she's looking at it, and she's like, the screen is so beautiful. And then she takes a picture of Junkie Cat, and she starts zooming in.
I was going to say, how many pictures of Lady have been taken between last night and right now?
She took a picture of Junkie Cat. She's like, you can zoom into her eye. It's like a galaxy. And I'm like, oh, wow, it does. It looks gorgeous on your phone. And she's like, I would send it to you so you could look at it there, but your phone is still garbage phone. So, like, you can't even appreciate the high-level clarity of my new phone picture.
At you.
Dude, when I got this phone, I just kept marveling at it. I mean, more so than I did
What
my
are you
son.
doing, man? Come on.
I just kept kind of like, man. And then
Which one do you have, C-Lane?
The iPhone 16 Pro.
Oh,
Are you
yes.
kidding?
God. You know what? I'm about to get today the iPhone 16 Pro.
That's
going to feel so good.
Full send me. If I'm the last one over here waiting. And I know it's like first world problems on steroids, but I just... everything she does with her amazing phone and all of the things that it's... like my little charging pad works now.
Yeah, the phone that I had before, you knew what it was. It was the SE. It was the last one with the button. And it was my last one with a button anyway. So I had never had Face ID, and I had never had 3 cameras with the portrait mode, with the really good portrait mode.
I mean, credit is deserved to you, C-Lane, because you went with a phone, and I don't know even how it lasted as long as it did.
It was,
But it was like old school. Like the Gen Zers would
I missed the
say,
button.
what is
I
this?
liked the button. However, when I got this phone, man, then when I started taking pictures and sending them to Ashley, because how do I not have the best phone with the best camera with a baby rolling around? These are the important times. And she was like, "Why didn't you upgrade like a year ago? These pictures are brilliant. They're so good."
Oh my God! See, this is the problem. When one person gets something like that and the other person doesn't, it's like now I feel lame.
I hear you, but yours is ordered. It is coming, right? Because I don't have one on the way. But is the new iPhone coming out in the next couple months? Okay.
Yes.
I needed one, but I was trying to push off, so it is coming in like September, October,
as
right?
per usual, my timing will be spot on. There'll be like wow, you thought like whoever has an iPhone 16 Pro is a loser. Look at the holograph teleportation technology on our brand new iPhone 17.
The 17 is, I think they're making an Air now. Why did we need an iPhone Air? To be thinner?
Yeah.
I'll crush that in 2 seconds.
No, what's coming out on the 17? Remember the video we watched of the woman who looked to be orgasmic at the baseball game? That's an iPhone 17. It was a test model that was out. Yeah. That's
count me in for the pre-sale.
You just hold the new iPhone 17. It's like, immediately.
The weird part about the iPhone thing now is like we remember like all the stories about how secretive the original iPhones were. Like the first one, you couldn't even tell your spouse about it. The second one was in the case of a first one, and some idiot left it at a bar, and they found it, like all kinds of stuff. Now they're like, we've got leaks for the iPhone 17. We have leaks for the iPhone 18, which means which means there's already a crew at Apple working on the 18, and the 17 is not done yet.
You think the 18 crew is like looking down at the 17 crew? Oh, that's cute. Yeah.
Good for you.
Can't hoverboard ride on yours yet? Oh, pathetic. Just sad. Speaking of sad, I'm looking at the damage done to Sabrina's car. She got into an accident. She's an aggressive driver, and she's plowing into things out there.
I was doing everything right, so.
This
is going to help if they grab the audio.
At first,
by the way, if the claim's still pending. So
at first glance, obviously, I have no idea what happened with your accident. You tell us that somebody ran a stop sign and plowed into you. I'm going to take you at your word because obviously this kid is a menace to society who's out there driving around. And this is a damage, a set of damage here that looks like you're not in the wrong. This looks like the other person's guilty. Just taking a peek at this.
They were just trying to let this runner pass by, so intentions were fine. Either way, yes, some damage, a lot of damage.
It doesn't
As
look
a matter
bad.
of fact, I'm now like that person. You know what I'm saying?
It doesn't look bad when you look at just like, so I looked at the bumper and then the light's broken and I go, okay, yeah, but it's the quarter panel. If you don't know, like the side piece of the car is buckled pretty good, and it looks like it hit the tire too.
And you could see like I should have done something to my headlights. Because that yellow part is the headlight that is left.
Yeah.
And I was like really looking forward to, I saw something on TikTok, you put WD-40 on it and it makes them like clean as a whistle. But I didn't do that yet. So you could see the part that is looking clean is where the glass is no more.
Wow.
Yeah.
I do have one thing that might help you out. Give me just a moment here if
An
you don't
iPhone
mind.
16?
It is not an iPhone 16. It's just...
How about go downstairs and take the most beautiful picture you ever seen of that broken ass headlight?
Do all the angles.
It is this may help you out, okay? I saw this recently. This is somebody else's car with the same damage, the same like headlight busted out.
Is that a Nissan?
They fixed it by adding the Kool-Aid Man sticker. So I think if you take your car and put a little Kool-Aid Man sticker...
I am not opposed. And the only thing that is pissing me off right now is that our internet is down at HQ and I could use the beautiful color printer if it was up.
Oh, that's
I could
frustrating,
do
man.
like a giant Kool-Aid man.
Is your neck really hurt? It's bad?
I don't want to talk about it right now.
Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. I just want to make sure everything's okay. Be safe, and you're okay to drive on it for sure?
I'm gonna see if C-Lane can give me a ride home.
Okay. He'll
Maybe
talk
just
about
trail
his cell phone the whole time. Yeah, he'll just be like, wow, that sucks about your car crash, but hold on. Wait till you hear the stack of features I have going on right here.
Oh, my gosh. Wait till you join the world of MagSafe.
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
I don't even know. I do know. But where you like lay your phone down on the charging pad thing, right?
My old phone had that. That's QI.
I'm sorry. I don't know.
That's for pussies. No, MagSafe
God.
is where it snaps a magnet to the back of your stuff.
Okay.
And you can charge it, or it can be a little stand, or there's all kinds of
when
things.
I was just getting into radio college, as they call it, radio college.
You guys had the PDAs.
It was a beautiful institution called the Connecticut School of Broadcasting.
Mm-hmm.
And when we were at Connecticut School of Broadcasting, among the millions of kids on campus at the time, we were told not to put magnets by stuff. Because, in fact, when you wanted to erase something in the old school radio days, you used a big mega magnet and you put it on the thing. And
Whoa.
So I'm not putting a magnet next to my phone.
You had to use a degaussing coil?
Yeah.
That's what I call my hoo-ha.
This is not. It was probably around the same time that you went to Connecticut School of Broadcasting too. Don't act like I'm old because of the things that I learned at broadcasting.
I didn't go to the Connecticut School of Broadcasting.
Yeah.
Oh, that explains a lot.
Go Knights. Oh, I just tried to go.
Was that? Oh, I thought that was real for a second. Oh my God.
Hold on, one
more. All of West Palm Beach went to the Connecticut School of Broadcasting at some point in time. Probably true. Yeah. It was me and Sex Bagel in class when they were learning
Excuse me? Is that a bagel y'all banged?
Eric Nagel.
Sex Bagel.
Yeah, friend of the show, who's producer for Opie and Anthony. Nice guy, very nice guy. And according to Twitter, I hate to say I was let down. Eric, if you're out there, I hate to say I was let down. A new trend on Twitter/X is you can ask on the platform, you go at Grok, who's the most famous person who's visited my profile? And allegedly, it'll tell you. Now, I don't know if it just tells you, like, maybe who the most famous person who's, like, replied to you or something or liked one of your tweets or something. But you could say on the platform, at Grok, who's the most famous person who has visited my profile? And it'll tell you. And I'm like, here we go, baby. And I send out the tweet, and I'm waiting for the reply. And when it comes back, it just says Eric Nagel. And I'm like, well, the guy... He went to school with me. How could he be the most? Who's the most famous person that's visited my profile?
Sex Bagel.
And they said Eric Nagel, right? And then I said at Grok, who's the ugliest person who's visited my profile? And Grok followed up and it said me. I said, Grok, who's the ugliest person who's visited my profile? Based on my analysis, it's a tie between the mirror you glance at daily and that one anonymous bot from 2012.
Damn.
Beauty's subjective, perhaps focus on inner qualities. Just unbelievable and hurtful, if I'm honest with you. Completely and totally hurtful. So there you go. All right. Here's what we're going to do.
Sex Bagel hot?
I mean, it wasn't about him being hot. He was just the most famous. So I was trying to go for maybe somebody more beautiful was following me, which I have to tell you, I ran the numbers and you're all beautiful. I checked. It's out there. It's official.
Checked.
It's the real deal as of now, just in case you were wondering.
Good.
Somebody sends along this story with Courtney going out for a run. Oh, I'll be sure to text her this too. I'll be sure to text her.
Oh, and she'll
this.
be able to see it so well on her iPhone 16.
Police search for suspect in the killing of a couple hiking with their two children in an Arkansas park.
That's in Arkansas.
I don't want to do like running and hiking fear porn for her. I don't want that to happen. I was
But
solely...
if you text it to her, the iPhone will just summarize it for her and read it into her ear. And just say,
And not
you're
mention
probably going to
Arkansas?
get attacked.
Make it ridiculous, Shawn.
I don't want that. I do not want that to happen, but I just wanted her to be safe out there. Okay, here's what we have for you. I've got everything ready. I got police scanner audio. I've got the police press conference with the timeline and everything that went down in this New York City shooting yesterday, and how they were the shooter was trying to target the NFL and why, and all of that. It's all queued up and ready to go. Plus, the president has weighed in on this. We'll see what Trump says. All that coming up next on the News Junkie.
Storm season is here, and Florida power outages are no joke. Win a $20,000 battery backup from Solar Source. Enter now at iHeart.com/solar before the next storm hits.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
There's a couple earlier accidents to keep an eye out for where Chickasaw Trail meets State Road 408 on Airport Boulevard at Sanford Avenue. On Apopka Vineland Road at Meadow Creek Drive, there was a crash. Getting cleared up there. Keep an eye out for emergency crews. It's going to be your typical delays on the major roadways this afternoon. No serious accidents affecting your ride. But if you do see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Lowe's knows saving big on appliances makes a big difference. Get up to 30% off select major appliances and get delivery as soon as next day. Valid through 7/30. Selection varies by location while supplies last. Exclusions apply. See Lowe's.com/delivery for more detail.
Happy Share the Show Tuesday, everybody. Question for you, chat. Have you been following the shooter in New York City who was... have you been following the shooter in New York City story? The guy who was targeting the NFL. We'll talk about the whole rundown of that. This shirt is killing me. We'll get into all the details in just a moment. I want to know if you were following it. Have you been following the shooting story? Yes or no? Thank you, Barbara. Appreciate you on a Share This Show Tuesday, Barbara. Doing the Lord's work over there. $97 degrees, 58% humidity. On a porch in Titusville, according to Weed Consumer. Take the shirt off? I swear to God, I hope the organization, I hope the outlet that made this shirt is some sort of Make-A-Wish thing or something. None of it is straight. The inseams are all different lengths. One inseam is correctly in line, and the other one is, the inseam is way over here on the back. The shirt was put together by some sort of Mongoloid army of children. Unbelievable. Get your belly down and the shirt will fit great. It's not my belly, jackass. It's the fit of the shirt. You think I put on weight since yesterday? 10,000 steps every single day for 15 days, bro. Okay, we have 90 seconds left, and we got the full rundown. I thought the press conference from the police about this New York City shooting was pretty intense. It's interesting for sure, so we'll listen to that together and see what's going on. Stop chanting moobs. Thank you, MPWF, or S. The neck hole looks like it's shaped wrong, doesn't it? It feels like it. It is. It's all crooked. One side of the neck is right here, and the other side of the neck is right here. It's not even. The whole thing is fucked. If I find one of these kids, I'm going to strangle them. Coming back in 30 seconds. Hold on to your butts. Going in hot.
Food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Need help after an accident? Just call Mo. Learn more at JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. Join the show. Send your dispatch now at thenewsjunkie.com.
From the shooting that took place in New York City, homeboy just strolled into this building, and I guess he was targeting the NFL and missed, essentially. The shooter in New York City was going after the NFL, went into the wrong elevator, and then when he gets up to like the 33rd floor in this building, just starts opening fire on people who weren't even related to the reason why he was targeting the building. He just goes up and ends up on the wrong floor, this guy. And his name was Shane Tamura, all right? They think that he went there to target the NFL headquarters in New York City. But when he walked in the building, he shoots a police officer, kills the officer. He shoots a person that was trying to hide in the lobby. And then he finally makes his way up to the elevator bank. When he gets up to the elevator bank, he hits the button, but he hits the wrong one. Doesn't bring him to the NFL. And when the elevator opens, a woman who has no idea what's going on walks off the elevator right past this guy, and he does nothing.
That's insane.
Doesn't shoot at her, doesn't talk to her, doesn't say anything. She opens up, and then this woman, I think completely unknowingly, has done maybe one of the bravest things you could ever think of. I want you to imagine for a second, you're in an elevator and the door is closed. You're in your own world in this elevator. The elevator hits the ground floor. The door is now open. As the doors open, you quickly process and you see there's a person in front of you holding a semi-automatic rifle. There's chaos in the lobby. And what do you need to do? You need to not freak out and stay on the elevator. You need to stay calm and walk forward and go past this person that's a threat with the semi-automatic rifle. And that's what she does.
God,
she just
imagine
walks right past the guy like nothing's happening. It would take like everything in your body and your person to not panic and like hit the sides of the elevator.
Maybe she hadn't processed what was going on. Maybe that was the case.
You think like maybe on her phone or distracted in some way?
Or just it doesn't register to her until after the fact. Like, by no means a comparison, but something that I was just telling my girlfriend about recently, and I've shared it on the show, where when I lived in Fort Myers, I had pulled out of my complex to go to class, and I saw a fully beheaded man. I had just gotten a motorcycle accident.
Kappa was detained.
Body there, helmet with head elsewhere. But it was, as I'm going around it, like, that's not what I saw. There's no way that's what I saw. But then I could see it vividly up until I got to class, and then the news breaks, and I totally saw the decapitated head.
You think sometimes your brain doesn't even like let you process that.
That was your flight. She was in flight mode.
Yeah. She moved. She just walked out of the elevator and he did not harm her.
That's crazy.
Here's the NYPD commissioner. This is the police commissioner talking about what happened in New York City with this guy who was trying to target the NFL, but he made a huge mistake and went to the wrong place. Here we go.
The information that I'm about to provide is preliminary and subject to change. At 6:28 p.m., the 911 call center started receiving multiple 911 calls for an active shooter inside of 345 Park Avenue at 52nd Street in Manhattan. What happened next is under an active investigation, and details are still coming in, but here's what we know so far.
All right.
Surveillance video shows a male exit a double-parked black BMW.
See, I told you they mentioned that. They're like, the man double-parked his BMW and then went into the building. I guess that's just to say, like, he left that sucker behind. He knew he wasn't coming back for that car.
Park Avenue between 51st and 52nd Streets, carrying an M4 rifle in his right hand. He walks towards the building's entrance. That individual was seen exiting the BMW alone. The building's security camera footage shows the shooter enter the lobby, turn right, and immediately open fire on an NYPD officer. He then shoots a woman who took cover behind a pillar and proceeds through the lobby, spraying it with gunfire.
All right, so it's clear that, number one, he's willing to shoot a woman. Number two, he's willing to shoot just random innocent people who are like cowering and hiding behind stuff. He's not targeting anybody in particular. Yet still, here's the part about the woman in the elevator.
He makes his way to the elevator bank, where he shoots a security guard who was taking cover behind the security desk. One additional male is shot in the lobby, per his own statement from the hospital. The shooter then calls the elevator, which opens in the lobby. A female exits that elevator, and he allows her to walk past him unharmed.
Crazy.
He goes up to the 33rd floor, which is route and management, and begins to walk the floor, firing rounds as he traveled. One person was struck and killed on that floor. He then proceeds down a hallway and shoots himself in the chest.
All right. And then when I heard that part, I was like, shot himself in the chest, huh? It's kind of interesting. Well, there's a reason for that. And here's what ESPN says about this story. New York City Mayor Adams said Tuesday that a gunman who killed 4 people at a Manhattan office building was trying to target the headquarters of the NFL, but took the wrong elevator.
So nuts.
Investigators believe Shane Tamura was trying to get to the NFL offices after shooting several people in the building's lobby, but accidentally entered the wrong set of elevator banks. 4 people, including an off-duty New York police officer, were killed. Police said Tamura had a history of mental illness. Geez, I almost feel like I've heard that before. And a rambling note found on his body suggested he had a grievance against the NFL over an unsubstantiated claim that he suffered from CTE, or chronic traumatic encephalopathy, as best I can say it. CTE is what we hear often in the football world. And I guess the reason why he shot himself in the chest and not the head was he wanted them to examine his brain for CTE. He's not the first person who did that.
Nope. Didn't
I think Junior Seau might have done that, the football player.
Didn't oh my God, the one that was in jail. He hung himself.
Aaron Hernandez.
Indicate that
He may
himself?
have. I think there was some talk of him and CTE because of like how troubled his whole life was. Here's Junior Seau. They're saying like, you know, he obviously took his own life, and they said he left a piece of paper in the kitchen with the lyrics to a country song, Who I Ain't, by his friend Jamie Paulin, co-written by his friend. And then I believe they had said at some point in time that he didn't mess with his head because he wanted his brain to be investigated. They said his family released NIH findings that said the brain showed definitive signs of CTE. His family sued the NFL, blah, blah, blah. So there's been a lot of NFL/CTE talk. Now, the thing is, I guess from what I could tell, this guy was maybe a football player in Canada, was not like really a professional football player so much. The guy who targeted the NFL headquarters, or was attempting to. And he just lived out in Vegas with his family. To everybody's chagrin, he was registered as an independent because you know how everyone, all right, what political party, what team was he on? And as so often, I find myself sitting here with everybody trying to figure out whether he was a Republican or a Democrat going, he's yet another mentally ill person. Another mentally ill person. Now, I thought about this.
Well, that
for a
means
while.
he's a Democrat.
There's no way to orchestrate this. But just as I have a theory, and this theory has borne out as I've talked to different people over my life, I think that if you talked to cops in any major city and asked them who are the 10 biggest problematic people, right? They would give you a list of people, and all of those people would end up in the news at some point. Every single one of those people. Like cops know, hey, we got this person, this guy, this guy, this guy. We got all these people, and we're just waiting for them to do something horrific.
Yeah,
and
much like a cop in like a metro area, especially like a downtown metro area, would know the frequent flyers as far as like homeless people that get arrested.
Sure.
Go.
But disturbing the peace versus we are just awaiting them to, be the reason of a mass casualty.
There's going to be a violent crime, and they're going to be responsible, is what cops would tell you. Like, we can't do anything, but we're waiting for this terrible thing to happen. And I feel like if you went to gun stores and after somebody asked for a gun and got an application and processed their application, if you had the gun store owners rate from 1 to 10 how likely this person is to end up in the news in some sort of terrible mass casualty event that they're responsible for, I think a lot of times the people who end up in the news, you'd go back and you'd be like, I'll be damned. The person who sold him the gun rated him at a 10 out of 10 for most likely to. And you're like, but there's nothing necessarily that the guy could have done because we keep letting mentally ill people just run amok until chaos occurs.
So
Our
why
plan,
not be able to say something at this point?
I mean, our plan is wrong on every front with mentally ill people. Our plan is so wrong on every front. It's all based around sort of what I said, where we wait until something horrific happens, and then we're like, I told you. And then everybody tries to figure out if he's a Democrat or Republican, and you're like, hey, we have a problem with mentally ill people, especially some of them being violent in the United States of America. And it doesn't stop them from getting guns in some cases. It doesn't stop them from, even when they don't get guns, like we just recently had the story of the guy at a Walmart who stabbed a whole bunch of people, didn't get a gun, but still caused damage. People in these areas often know who the person is. It's not their first time on the radar. And we just have to wait till the crazy people do something crazy. And they're like, all right, cuff them. That's like half of our system in the United States for dealing with these mass casualty events. It's like, we know this is going to happen. He was on a list. There were signs, but we had to wait till he actually did it. It's crazy. Here's the police scanner footage.
I'm being advised by head of security for the building that they have the perp on camera with a self-inflicted gunshot wound on a 33rd floor, northeast corner.
All right, so they said we have the perp with a self-inflicted gunshot wound on the 33rd floor of the building. That's where he accidentally ended up. One of the things that frightened me the most was looking at one of the offices, and I guess they didn't have like some lockdown system for when there was a mass shooter heading through the building. And they just took all of the furniture in their office and pushed it up against the door.
That's what they were doing at FSU too, right?
Jesus,
yeah. Look at what happened here. For those of you watching on YouTube and Twitch.
Oh, my gosh.
They took every piece of furniture that was in the area, and they pushed it all up against the door.
Weird.
I mean, there's probably 10 couches and 5 love seats. You know, it's like all stacked up and piled high. So that physically, if the gunman opened the door to that place, he would not be able to force his way in. And that, like, this is sort of it. Like, this is the encapsulation of what our problem is in America. We have mentally ill people wandering around with nobody helping them. They get weapons. They come do this. And on the other side, we have people who stack up chairs to try to block the doors to save them when the people come. There's nothing that happens in the middle. There's nothing that happens in the middle. We literally, as Americans who pretend to be empathetic about people, we drive by and walk by people every single day who 1,000% should be involuntarily committed to places so that they can get the help that they actually need. Should be at that pace, a lot of them, placed on lists where we make sure that they can't get weapons like this, to make sure that this kind of stuff doesn't happen. And our entire system, because of some issues, what with the Constitution, with the Supreme Court, et cetera, has everybody involved just shrug their shoulders. We gotta wait until the crazy guy does the bad thing. And I've seen this happen so many times. But terrible for all involved. He was 27 years old, this guy.
Really?
The lone gunman who killed these 4 people. And the police officer, Jadariel Islam, who was a 36-year-old immigrant from Bangladesh who had 2 young sons, and his wife was pregnant with their 3rd child. One other person shot survived, is in critical but stable condition. An NFL employee was seriously injured as well. And that's about all we know. The deadliest gun attack in New York City in 25 years, playing out at the Park Avenue skyscraper.
Jeez.
And Trump chiming in on this. He posts this over on Truth. He's truthing it out. I've been briefed on the tragic shooting that took place in Manhattan, a place I know and love. I trust our law enforcement agencies to get to the bottom of why this crazed lunatic committed such a senseless act of violence. My heart is with the families of the 4 people who were killed, including the New York Police Department officer who made the ultimate sacrifice. God bless the New York Police Department and God bless New York, is what Trump said over on Truth after all of this went down. Yeah, I mean, to me, I'm just tired of seeing people be like, is he a Republican? Is he a Democrat? Did he do it for this reason? Is this about CTE? Like, CTE might be an issue, but it's not why this guy did what he did. Mental illness run rampant and often untreated is the reason why this person did what they did. But there's so many people who are afraid of the consequences of the truth. Like, we start to say that mentally ill people are dangerous, then what happens? Bad things will happen. Like, there's all these people who are worried about the consequences of stuff like that. And it's one of the reasons why we don't have wider conversations. What are you people doing? Laura emails tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Hey, Shawn, just so you know, a jogger was attacked on Friday in this place.
This is okay.
What is happening
you
here?
have opened the wrong floodgates, my man.
She listens to music though. So
when she's running, she used to listen to us when she was running, and then she started listening to some music. She's like, "Oh, it really put some pep in my step." And I go, "Good. Who would listen to a talk radio when they're running? Don't do that." Only me. I'll listen to audiobooks while I run. But normal people don't do that. So hopefully she's not hearing any of this right now. But we shall see. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll hear from you. What do you think about this incident in New York City? What would you have done if you were on that elevator? You open the door and you go, if I stay in here, I die. If I don't walk out calmly, I die. Like, there's so many bad things that could go on here. Put yourself in those shoes. Email the show, tips@thenewsjunkie.com, or send your dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com. All right, another direction when we come back. We got the Ozzy stuff on the back burner. We'll get to that soon. I want to revisit the house that we talked about at the end of the show yesterday that was completely destroyed by somebody. And then they posted like messages on the outside targeting the person who lived there. We had a lot of info on this, but now some important new details are coming in. If you haven't heard this story, it's an insane one. And it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
I mean, Ferrari was always my first love because of Tom Selleck. My next-door neighbor in Green Bay had that Ferrari.
That
and let me lay on it and take a photo.
Really?
Oh, boy.
Where's that?
How old were you?
I was like 14.
Okay.
The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Traveling on I-4 this afternoon, you're going to run into some slowdowns eastbound between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. Traffic's piling up at the Ramp Junction where Florida's Turnpike and the Beach Line meet. There's no serious accidents really affecting your rides on the major roadways. It's just going to be your usual slowdowns throughout the area here. But if you do see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Unbound.org. Right now, there are young people across the world facing a tough choice. Continue their...
Hey! Chat, give me your favorite mojos in chat. Your go-tos. The best of the best. Let me see. I'm going to go with this. This, hang on, the best emojis. And I like these two. I'm giving you my top 4. Quality mojos. Quality mojos. Don't look at the back of my shirt.
Smart real estate advice. The Nickley Group, Orlando's home team. Thinking of buying or selling a home quickly? Just call Nickley and tell them.
We got some emails coming in we got to get to. And we got to talk about Ozzy Osbourne's big funeral plans. There's a lot happening with that. Look at these mojos. Eat Fresh Rocks. I don't even know if I've ever seen that one. 69. Flip Flops. Skull Mike. I like it. Sea Lion with a black eye. Porch in Tittyville. Now you're just flipping me the bird here. Oh, I didn't know you do the balloon animal, dog. Is that an official mojo? That's not a flip-flop, that's a La Chancla. I thought it was chancleta. Mai Tai says, in other news, a guy with a gun stopped a guy on a stabbing spree. Yeah. Thank God. You got the heroes out there. I love seeing this stuff. I'll tell you what. I've kind of been a doomer, and I will remain so until major changes happen. I've been a doomer as related to public transportation in New York City. I think it is comical and delusional, absolutely delusional, that people are continuing to cope by saying, oh, there's no danger in being on the subway system in New York. It's fine. I ride it all the time and I get to work and I haven't been in, like, there's so much multimedia evidence that would have me never put somebody I love or my kid or anybody else on the subway in New York City until they can figure this shit out, right? Until they can say, hey, we're not going to have mentally ill zombies running around attacking people everywhere. So I see this video this weekend. I think it was newer, and it's a woman, and there's a crazed mentally ill man trying to drag her, picking her up and trying to drag her off the subway train at the stop. The subway is full of people everywhere. No one does anything. People are filming. This woman is screaming bloody murder as this guy's like zombie dragging her off the subway in New York City. And it goes on for maybe 2 minutes. And finally, I think he maybe even gets her outside of the subway. And nobody did anything. So when you have Daniel Penny subduing people who are threatening everybody, threatening to kill people, when you have people pulling out their gun and stopping the guy who was in the stabbing at Walmart, I think that is something that we should applaud. I think that those people are heroes. I think we should salute it. I think it's a shame that we need that kind of stuff. But when people do stand up and do something brave, we should give them a shout out. It kills me that people are more concerned about filming a situation versus helping. True. True. It's horrific. Nobody's doing anything. Nobody gets out. Nobody steps up and says, I'm going to stop what's happening here. The guy at the Walmart did it. All these other people have done this, but they don't do it in some of those cases. He was just trying to guess her weight? I don't think that's true. The last guy who got drugged through the mud? Yeah, but thank Christ he at least won in court. At least that piece of New York was holding on. Those people are heroes. We should be thankful for them. We want more of them.
Less crazies, more heroes.
Come. You hear that? That's Mike sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. That's because Mike was smart this time. He took ZQL Ultra to fall asleep fast, stay asleep longer, and get the deeply restorative sleep he needs. So now he wakes up refreshed and ready to conquer Mondays.
Let's do this Monday.
ZQL Ultra. Not for colds, just for sleep. Really great sleep. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
iHeart's Yacht Rock Radio goes commercial-free every weekend. Enjoy the greatest 70s and 80s smooth soft rock all weekend. All commercial-free.
Forever at the crossroads between viral news and total chaos.
Next episode coming up in just a bit here on the show on a Share the Show Tuesday. That's when you spread the word about the News Junkie radio show. Tell your friends about America's most viral newsroom. Details about the show over at thenewsjunkie.com. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. And Belinda emails. She was talking about the house in Claremont, Florida. And if you are not aware, we talked about this briefly yesterday. And apparently there was some sort of back and forth between two people, and one of them got upset at another, and they attacked a house.
Yeah,
with
like an excavator, we think.
An excavator, like construction equipment. And they put messages about how this person was like abusing children and stuff, maybe, allegedly, on the side of this building, and just completely and totally destroyed it.
It's a little weird. They called the person a ped instead of a pedo.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm guessing they mean the same thing.
I think that's the best I could pull out of it, yeah. And this says, hey, y'all, just an FYI, the house that was destroyed in Claremont by an excavator, one of the people mentioned in the story was Nick DeWitt, unrelated. And Nick DeWitt is the oldest son of the DeWitt Excavating Company, or formerly DeWitt Excavating. They sold the company a couple of years back, I believe, says Belinda. So somebody related to the house had like a tie-in to an excavating company is the suggestion. And then that somehow led to them being able to get access to the equipment. I was wondering yesterday, my biggest question was if anybody could just go out there and get one of these excavators and start doing some major damage. And if so, that's quite frightening. That's a little bit wild, but you never know. And the story says, investigation continues into a destroyed Lake County home. The sheriff's office is investigating the strange incident at the home near Claremont, destroyed by heavy machinery. By Monday, the graffiti message left behind on the side of the home had been removed, as well as what appeared to be a cabinet door with a note written on it. The Lake County Sheriff's Office launched an investigation on Friday after the mobile home was severely damaged. You could say that. I would say totaled, probably. Officials reported both sides of the residence appear to have been struck by heavy equipment. They didn't specify what type of machinery. The sheriff's office said they were looking for a woman, Nicole Griner, who reportedly lives at the home. They located Griner and her boyfriend, Nicholas DeWitt, and that person is saying is, connected to this company. The story says public records from Sunbiz show the name Nicholas DeWitt is listed as the registered agent for NTR Excavating. Maybe it's a really clever viral ad. But probably
that's
not.
one way to do it.
Probably
Do you want to
not.
get back at your cheating ex? Let's destroy their house.
I think probably there just so happened to be access to one of these machines and a whole lot of anger. And they couldn't get a hold of anybody. No charges have been filed, which that's kind of crazy in and of itself. Like, no charges have been filed in this case, even though one person in a relationship took an excavator and attacked the house of the other person involved in all of this. Let us know what you think, and we'll get those dispatches together here in just a moment on the show. Hot day out there across the country, so everybody be careful. They're doing that thing where they keep showing us the feels like temps, and they're like, don't worry, it'll be beautiful. Where it's 113 degrees outside today.
Yeah, I mean, it'll say technically that it's going to be 90-something, but it's going to feel like 120 and your skin's boiling off.
Feels like temps are what they blast out there, and they say that these are legit. I go with actual temperatures, which are still real close to 100. Real close to 100. Heat wave is in effect for a lot of the United States right now. So make sure you're not being stupid. That should be something you always try to live up to. But, this time more so than ever, probably.
Yes, Sabrina.
What?
Nothing.
What do you mean? Here's where I have been finding myself on the edge of, it's not my place, but this person clearly does not watch the news, is seeing someone with their dog out. In the middle of the day, where I'm like, do you know what's happening to your dog? Like,
I mean,
you're burning their paws off, and they could die of heat stroke, or you're gonna have this weird moment where they pass out, and if no one's there to revive them, this is all your fault.
We try to go a little later because it's so damn hot outside. But I saw somebody this weekend, Sabrina, who it was just as hot as this. And they were bringing their dog into Animal Kingdom, of all places. And they're like, wow. And I look, it's a service animal in the most air quotes that you could possibly put around it.
Oh, no, some of these places have been cracking down on the service animal. Like, it must be a service animal. Like, some of the places that are starting to erect new signs are like, none of this emotional support BS. Service.
Good. Yeah, I mean, I think they should do that. I think there's a lot of people who are abusing animals. I believe it. I believe if you have heat outside, it's in the high 90s, you're going to, because you don't want to be alone, take your dog to a theme park for the whole day. That's abusive. Your dog doesn't want to do this. You're only doing this for selfish reasons. And by the way, like, of all the places, Animal Kingdom, a park full of wild animals. It's a zoo. You're bringing your dog in there. Whenever I see this stuff, it just boggles the mind. Quick update from yesterday. I don't know if you saw, you were tagged in this, Sealand, but somebody said when we were talking about the sphere and Wizard of Oz showing there.
Oh, yeah. I did see this.
That they said, they're going to blow debris and stuff around the venue as the Wizard of Oz is going on. And I thought, well, that sounds too far-fetched. But they really are. They're going to be like blowing some stuff around. So it's sort of a 4D experience.
I thought that was a joke. I think that's a bad idea. People have allergies.
I don't know what it is. It looks like just pieces of paper or something that are supposed to be the debris from the Twister in The Wizard of Oz. But the movie experience they're working on improving things here. The future is very bright. One more email real quick. Lori emails, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Hey, News Junkies, about that T app. This was the app where women can rate men and their relationships and stuff that we talked about yesterday. How quickly we forget. The T app reminds me of the Social Network movie. They did the same thing in the beginning of that movie on a college campus, except it was guys rating girls. And at the end of that movie, Facebook was born. Of course, there's a lot that happened in between, but you could watch the movie to see for yourself. That's all she wrote, says Lori. Yeah, it was called Face Smash or something.
I actually
like
watched that movie over the weekend.
Did you? Yeah. I like that movie. I thought that was a good movie. Courtney does not like it. She will not rewatch it.
Why not?
For some reason. I don't know. So this is a fun movie. It's interesting. I mean, maybe it's not so fun, but I thought it was good. And she's just not into that for whatever reason. All you need, says Peaches on YouTube, all you need is a key and little operator knowledge. Most operators have a key, and I have keys for several types of equipment that I have run. They are usually interchangeable. You can just hop on one of these things and
some of that equipment that people use, like for example, the roadside signs, the temporary ones that talk about like different delays and stuff. I've read about people hacking those, and the hack part is a loose term because a lot of times they can just open it up and the password is written in Sharpie on the lid on the inside.
Perfect.
Because they're so
well done.
They're used and they're passed around by these different departments in so many places. Like they needed a quick way to get into them, and that's what they do.
Yeah, I don't want to alarm you, but there's somebody in your studio there.
I know.
Hey, buddy.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back. People are like, who is this guy? Those of you who are watching, you could always watch the show,
This
by the
fella
way.
don't care if we're on the air
Here,
ever.
wave at the people, Lube.
YouTube or
Hello.
Twitch.tv.
Hello, how are you?
People are like, who's this guy? Who's this guy behind C-Lane? Is that B-Lane?
It's the guy who often reminds me that my radio career is ever so short, so just be weary. The last 12 years.
There he goes. He's wandering out
He's
now.
coming into my studio, isn't he?
Oh, he might be. Just as quickly as he went into one, he went into that. Did he fix yours up?
He's like, it's pulling IP, but no internet, and he smells like coffee.
Lube is hard at work on trying to get things up. Lube, whatever. Quick break. When we come back, the next episode with Sabrina. What's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? A new movie in 2025 means a popcorn bucket that leads to one question. That question is, can you bang it? Enter Fantastic Four Galactus. We've got a new Hopefully Never Again segment this week in the absolute worst take on the Trump-Epstein situation. Plus, move over George Strait. There's a new highest grossing country tour of all time in town. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James Miguel and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hey, Central Florida, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast. Today is a Fox 35 weather impact day because we're expecting more intense heat to take hold across Central Florida. An extreme heat warning is in place. That begins at noon today and lasts through 7 p.m. That's because we're expecting a high of 99 degrees, but it will feel closer to around 110 to as high as 115 this afternoon, with a 40% chance of scattered afternoon showers and thunderstorms. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Stay connected and stay productive with Rapid Radios. Business owners trust Rapid Radios for instant, reliable team communication with nationwide LTE coverage, push-to-talk convenience, and room for up to 200 units on one feed. Keeping connected's never been easier.
Order now at rapidradios.com.
Since 2002, Precision Garage Door Service has been proudly serving the Orlando community. Noisy garage door? Get our quiet door deal where you buy a belt drive motor and get free rollers. Worried about the weather? Understood. Get a tune-up and roller replacement for your garage door today. Want to give your house a glow up? Got you covered. Get a new garage door and get 20% off. Local and reliable, Precision Garage Door Service of Orlando provides same-day service. Visit us online or call Precision Garage Door Service of Orlando today. Precision Garage Door. Garage doors done right.
Cypress Hill. And atmosphere.
Every day can't be the best day.
August 8th at the St. Augustine Amphitheater.
Tickets for the Dank Days of Summer Tour on sale now at theamp.com.
A golf instructor who knows technique can improve an aspiring pro's swing. But one who really cares can help transform a career.
There he is, your new champion.
When you team up with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
Some things can steal your sunshine. Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken. Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions, like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Every day, a child in poverty waits for a sponsor is another day of hopelessness. There are thousands of kids who've been waiting over a year. End their wait. Sponsor a child with compassion today. Just text the word radio to 83393.
You've got an app for music, an app for photos, maybe even one that helps you sleep. But only one app puts the live radio dial in your pocket and lets you save your favorite stations, playlists, and podcasts as presets. Get the free iHeartRadio app, the #1 app for radio.
We all remember that one teacher who made a difference, who believed in us, challenged us, made learning fun. Now's your chance to say thank you in a big way. iHeartRadio's Thank a Teacher, powered by Donors Choose, celebrating the incredible impact of public school educators. Nominate an outstanding teacher in your life who's gone above and beyond for their students to be among the winners of $5,000 to stock their classroom. Help us say thank you to the educators shaping our future. Get all the info and nominate a teacher who goes the extra mile today at iHeartRadio.com/teachers.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Watching the world burn with some friends since 2007. This
happening in the world of entertainment and beyond. Good to have you with us on a Share the Show Tuesday. When you could tell somebody else about this show, you can really do it any day you'd like to. But, I mean, if you'd like to do it today, that's even better on a Share the Show Tuesday. Lots of different rules and laws that I hate, that I despise in many cases, that are popping up all around the internet.
Wait, there are new laws popping up?
Yeah, I mean, I think that the internet should be as close to the wild, wild west as possible. It's better for the internet to be free and have some problems. I mean, obviously there's content that we all wish, all of us will agree, child stuff and all that we wish could be squashed. But there's a lot of people who are ending up on the other side of rules and laws that aren't quite like that. Like in the UK right now, they're trying to keep the kids, this is what they say they're doing, away from adult content. It's going about as well as you would imagine. Downloads for VPN apps went gangbusters over the weekend.
Whoa!
Where kids are apparently using them to dodge new age verification rules.
In that sweet Atlanta porn.
Say it ain't so. The top-ranked free app in the country was Proton VPN, which logged in 1,800% surge in signups over the weekend because young people didn't want to have to deal with the age verification on these adult sites. It's always going to happen. The young folks are going to find workarounds, and then we just make it more difficult for everybody else. Some sites ask for selfies, videos, or photos of ID to check users' ages, which has privacy experts worried about the potential data breaches. Since an age verification platform used by TikTok, Uber, and X left personal info exposed last year, and that's not alone. We talked about the T app and everybody's photos from that leaking out. I mean, it's just all over the place. And in so many cases, like I think in the UK, it was funny. Oh, man, I don't know if I could find this, but Trump did a press conference with the UK prime minister yesterday, and he kept saying stuff about, like, you know, your internet is censored. That's a real shame. And then every time he said something, like the UK prime minister would be like, oh, that's because of kids. That's a big, the kids are hurting themselves. And it was like the most odd back and forth I've seen in a while. I'll bring it up at some point during the show today because it is interesting to listen to. But yeah, like, hold on. Here's just a 10-second clip of this where Trump was like, "Hey, I heard the internet is censored in the UK."
It's free speech today.
Well, free speech is very important. I don't know if you're referring to any place in particular. Perhaps they are, but
we've had free speech for a very, very long time here, so we're very proud of that.
So every bit of it is like that. It's like, I don't know if you're referring to anybody in particular. The British Prime Minister is right next to him. And Brits, you got to fix some stuff. You got some things totally broken. You let people run your country that don't get any votes. That's the dumbest thing in the world. I'll never understand that. Like the prime minister setup, every country, I think, save for Israel, the prime minister is not voted on by the people. It's just voted on by the people who you elect to hold Congress or whatever your version of Congress is. That guy didn't get any votes, and he's in charge of the UK. What's happening there? You guys got to get it together. You screwed it up for too long.
Is really happening.
All right, let's get into it. Here we go. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about? Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina.
Hey, smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don. ThatMortgageGuyDon.com. Refinancing, buying your first dream home, doing some debt consolidation. Maybe you're looking to start a business or a franchise or expand the business and franchise, everything that you can think of and everything in between. Work with someone who has got your back, your best interest in mind, who's going to explain the real mortgage process to you. And that is That Mortgage Guy Don.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with That Mortgage Guy Don.com.
This is going to be a fun little ride we all take, okay? Because half is printed, half is internet not working. You ready?
Okay.
First of all, mark your calendars. 25 days. And I'm speaking to not only my Central Florida friends, but Rochester, you got 25 days. The Mount Dora Comedy Show, August 23rd. It is the end of the real laugh happening, the summer series in Mount Dora. We had Ross Padgett. We had Ryan Holmes, and your girl is rounding it off, which I have to say, and there's no bias here, the greatest show of all time. So if you want to find out more information, realradio.fm/comedy. Hope to see you there, because if you're not there, good luck living like a square from now on.
Ooh.
71 years ago, 1954, this right here published. My precious.
God. Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings is right. And it was a particular ring, The Fellowship to be exact, that was published 71 years ago today. First volume of the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Now, to be a little bit more up to date, reports are saying they're actually going to remake The Lord of the Rings. Do you know who would agree to play Frodo?
Who?
Elijah would. Yolo Swaggins. Also, there's rumors of a Lord of the Rings pinball game.
What's it called?
It only takes tokens.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Now let's move on to my computer, and this is some breaking news, y'all.
All right.
Beyonce just set the record for And I'm Frozen.
That's okay. It's just you're just a JPEG
happy
now.
Just set the record for the highest grossing country music tour of all time, and now I could feel it, can't you? Wait for it.
Highest grossing country tour?
They're all screaming, "This ain't country! There's booty shaking! Yeah!" Well, I mean, if you would have seen the sea of cowboy hats, that'd be something different.
Cowboy hats doesn't make it a country concert.
Okay, so cowboy hat doesn't make it a country person.
Does that mean that they didn't consider the Taylor Swift tour country?
That was not mentioned.
Taylor Swift is not country and Beyonce is country.
I don't know. I'm just reading you can go and ask the fine folks of, I didn't have I think it was on the second page of who put this article out. However, I'm just here as the messenger. She made $407 million. The previous best was Zach Bryan, who made $321 million for his Quitting Time tour. I guess he quit a little bit too early. Ain't
All right.
that right?
Highest grossing country tour ever. Hang on. Of course, there's like 8 billion pop-ups on every website you can imagine. The
I'm
Cuffit
excited.
singer has also become the highest grossing black artist of all time, and the highest grossing R&B artist and country at the same time. Look at that, with over $400 million in revenue. So that was far less than Taylor Swift, but they must not be considering Taylor Swift as country now, and
Not
Beyonce
anymore.
is country.
And about, I don't know, 2,000 of those dollars was my group that went to go see her and didn't see Destiny's Child. Anyways, a Texas couple, they spent nearly that much to go see George Strait's benefit concert. Unfortunately, it was a scam.
Uh-oh.
10 grand, my friends.
Yikes.
It was recently when they tried to buy tickets for the sold-out flood relief benefit concert. A couple was asked what should happen if they ever caught the person responsible for scamming them out of $10,000. And they said, I think they should get life in prison.
That's a little heavy,
No,
but
I agree, Shawn. Life in prison.
Take them to the firing range, right in between the eye holes. You know what America really needs, my friends?
What's that?
Oh, my God. I'm now on audio wave.
That's you.
We need more Airbud, don't we?
No. Absolutely. Who asked for that?
Airbud.
Who asked that? I have no idea, but it's happening. Airbug is...
Airbug.
Now we're talking about some creativity, but it is Airbud. Airbud returns. According to reports, hitting theaters next summer. And yes, let me repeat, in the movie theater.
Oh, not even straight to streaming?
Nobody.
Oh.
More than a dozen movies in the franchise. The original Airbud, 97. First sequel, Airbud Golden Receiver, 1998.
I like it.
Because I have limited internet capacity, can you guys look up the rest of the Airbud movies that went straight to video?
Airbud.
So you heard me correctly. Everything after 1998, all, I believe, 12 of them went on demand, but this is the first one back in theaters.
Airbud Golden Receiver, you said. Airbud Returns, Airbud World Pup, Airbud 7th Inning Fetch, Airbud Spikes Back, Air Buddies, Snow Buddies, Space Buddies, Santa Buddies, Spooky Buddies, Treasure Buddies, Super Buddies, The Search for Santa Paws, Santa Paws 2, The Santa Pups.
Ready to feel old? In this new movie, a 12-year-old finds an old, what they call VHS tape of Airbud, and also encounters a stray golden retriever whom he names Buddy.
Oh.
Stop it. What I really am excited for is that this is coming back, and I'm talking about the original, not the scary CGI that someone else attempted.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
35th anniversary. Yeah! And we watched it on VHS. Kids listening, don't do drugs. But yeah, the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from 1990 returning to theaters this summer in celebration of the 35th anniversary. August 16th to the 20th. Screenings will include a featurette with never-before-seen footage, extended scenes that originally left on the cutting room floor, home-recorded behind-the-scenes clips, and a new interview with the film's director. 25 points, if you can name them. 3, 2, 1.
Gunjal Valarjan.
Lube knows it. What is that?
Steven Spielberg.
That is Steve Barron. I will give you half the points. Congratulations.
Oh, no, never mind. I thought it was Steve Bannon for a second. That would have been a wild twist.
Or a good way to finish off your political career. On the boob tube, guess who found it? Me, y'all. America's Got Talent on NBC. The first season finale of Destination X on NBC. Stand-up special, Dusty Slay, Wet Heat. Series premiere of WWE Unreal. Careful, there's profanity. Stay with me, America, y'all.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina.
Do I
Couple
take
of
off my
things.
shirt now? I'm going to be seen.
One thing.
welcome to.
One thing is, I saw Airbud when I looked for it on eBay for $1,200. That must be some sort of
$1,200.
yeah. There's it says rare VHS of Airbud for
Did anyone
$1,200.
bid?
The best offer. No
It's in
bids
that-
on this.
It's in that Disney like book jacket thing that those can be more expensive, but you gotta search for the ones that have been sold.
Yeah, because
Those are
this
the
thing is in
ones.
terrible condition too. This is just somebody trying to find a dummy. Like one person will be like, "Oh, well, fine, I'll go for it.
Go
I'll
to my
actually
computer. You can find the dummy right there.
I'll take the Airbud VHS off your hands for $1,200. Don't fall for it, folks. Okay, here's what we're going to do. I've got a bunch more of these clips of Trump and the British Prime Minister that were awkward as hell. I want to play those. That'll be fun. Then we got to get to some action happening on cruise ships, including a guy who partied so hard he partied himself right off the cruise ship.
Oy.
Details on that are coming up next on the News Junkie.
Hey, teachers, the Monsters want to party with you. Join them for a Teacher's Appreciation Party August 6th, thanks to TK Law. Details at realradio.fm/party.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Keep an eye out for a disabled vehicle off to the shoulder on I-4 westbound approaching John Young Parkway. There's a car stopped on the shoulder.
Hey, folks. On the major roadways, no serious accidents affecting your ride here. But if you do see traffic troubles, thank you for your patience today. iHeartHQ has like barely any internet, maybe like a little bit here and there. So it seems like Sealand's booth is working okay, but Sabrina's booth is dropping out like crazy. They got a couple engineers working on the problem. We'll try to sort it out, but either way, thank you for your patience. Obi-Wan Cannoli says, why don't they just let Sealand and Sabrina work from the garage studio? You people are, when I say you people, I mean like 3 of you who are the worst about this. If I have an internet blip, it'll be like, wow, Shawn needs to go back to iHeartHQ. Wow, this doesn't happen if everybody's in the same room. Ah. If they have a hiccup, it's like, oh God, why do they go? Like, it's a show with a lot of components. Every day, there are so many things that can go wrong. Some days, nothing goes wrong. A lot of days, a lot of things go wrong. But there's no need to be like, well, here's the reasoning for this. The only thing I'd like for them to do is get me a direct line PTZ camera with 0 delay to both Sealand and Sabrina so that finally their video and audio could be matched up. But even that probably wouldn't work.
It's the Summer of Romance event now through the end of the month. Make any jewelry purchase over $3,500, pack your bags for a free trip. It's a great time to get engaged, get an engagement ring, and let IBC.
The studio has better internet setup for real, for real. Austin! Better than everything going wrong in one place. If I was at HQ right now, we would not be streaming. We would not be here with you. No. I feel like it's Biden's fault. It's 15% Biden's fault. A little bit Hunter Biden's fault. 20% Obama's fault. 29% Trump's fault. And the rest is all AOC's fault. Every bit of it. She's trying to get rid of wires on account of the climate change doomer shit. And so, no wires, no internet, no nothing. Her and that little doom goblin, Greta Thunberg. I blame him for everything. Okay. Question for you, just to set the vibes before this segment. we're going to talk about cruise ships for a moment. And I want you to tell me what your opinion is. Now, hold on. I want you to tell me what your opinion is of something in a second. And here are the options. Excellent, great, good, neutral, not good, bad, very bad, or terrible. Somewhere in that range, okay? From like, good to bad, awful. What is your opinion, in one word, of Carnival Cruise Lines? One word, your opinion of Carnival Cruise Line. All right? I wish I worked somewhere with an HQ. Carnival Cruise Line, terrible, garbage. Alicia says a lot of choices, a lot of options. What I mean is from the worst to the best. What is your, pick a word. I don't want to just be like good or bad, yes or no. I want you to have a little bit of room in there. Cheap, shitty, ghetto, entertaining. I've only gone Carnival Cruises. I have no other reference, but it's pretty good. Ghetto, circus, garbage, trashy, fine. Carnival 3 times, loved it. I think there are two different things going on. All right? I think thing number one is people who have recently or at some point in time been on a Carnival Cruise trip. And they're like, we had fun. The ship was in good condition. We went to nice locations. The food was okay. It was a pretty good deal. And they'll say, enjoyed ourselves. But then you have the TikTok-infused general internet world, where you see all of the worst shit happening on these Carnival Cruise Lines, and now that becomes your view of Carnival Cruise Lines. And now you're like, oh man, this is a fucking mess. I ain't never going on a Carnival Cruise. I feel like there's two different worlds there at play. We're coming back. We're going to talk about this right now, because people are pretty split on that. And there's a Royal Caribbean story, so I can swing it into it.
That's because Mike was smart this time. He took ZQL Ultra to fall asleep fast, stay asleep longer, and get the deeply restorative sleep he needs. So now he wakes up refreshed and ready to conquer Mondays.
Let's do this Monday.
ZQL Ultra. Not for colds, just for sleep. Really great sleep. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
You're listening to the News Junkie. Proceed towards your undoing.
See what you think about this, and then we'll get into some of your feedback, some dispatches and emails to get you involved with the show. It's easy enough to do. Go join us with a video or audio dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com. My theory is that Carnival Cruise Line right now, as far as like all the companies I could think of, is really struggling with like a dual perception of how life is on a Carnival Cruise. And
as far as what? What do you mean?
There are two different views that I've seen out there, like in the mainstream public, about how they feel about Carnival Cruise Lines. One is people who have recently been on a Carnival Cruise Line or at some point, in recent history have been on a Carnival Cruise and think, I got a good deal. The food was good. The ship was pretty nice. I had a good time. Everything was all right. And they'll go, Carnival Cruise Line, thumbs up. It's okay. And then the second part, which is the problem for Carnival Cruise Line, is everybody watching all of these horror show videos online of the cruise ship with people like twerking everywhere. I've got more examples.
Don't include twerking in a horror show. Come on, that could be a good time.
It didn't look like a good time. The things that I've seen, there was one where there was a giant brawl because one of the people wanted to blast their own music on a Bluetooth speaker. There's constantly big giant fights at 3 a.m. at the pizza place on the cruise ship. Like, it looks all trashy. It looks like god awful. Like nobody would ever want to be on one of these cruise ships. And I swear to God, I think that you probably, if you asked everybody who went on a Carnival cruise ship right when they came off, what'd you think? How was it? How was it? So many of them would be like, great, it was fine. We enjoyed ourselves. But then the videos that make it to the internet are all Carnival Cruise chaos. And you look at stuff and go, oh, God, no, I don't know. I don't want to go on that cruise ship. What the hell am I looking at here?
Well, sometimes
it's happening everywhere.
Sometimes you're asking the wrong people. Sometimes the people causing the chaos were the ones who will tell you afterwards they had the most fun.
It depends on what you're looking for.
Case in point, the person that was with me he wasn't with me, but he was in this promotion, the same promotion that we used through this company that we did the first booze cruise on. Mm-hmm. And this one guy, he caused a lot of trouble. He had to be, but he wore it as a badge of honor. And he marched down the beach at Coco Cay and was like, I went to boat jail last night.
So it depends on what your expectations are, is what you're saying.
Yeah. Also, I need a ride home, please.
If you want a rager and you want to party with people and you want to see asses shaking all over the food booths on the cruise ship, then fine, you're probably going to like what the outcome is. If you want to go on a cruise and have things be like nice and orderly and not have chaos all over the place and not have people fighting at the pizza place at 3 o'clock in the morning, you're probably not going to like that. I would guess that their reputation is taking a hit from stuff like this. And stories like this don't help either, because I see from Houston news outlet KIAH, they said the FBI is currently investigating a passenger death on the Carnival Dream cruise ship.
Fatality.
This says, according to FBI Houston officials, federal agencies are currently investigating the death of a passenger on a cruise ship. The reports state that the incident occurred on board the Carnival Dream before it was scheduled to depart from the port of Galveston. FBI Houston public affairs officer confirmed that the agency is aware of the incident and they're looking into things. They're like, somebody died on board this cruise ship. And now there's like an investigation by the FBI as to what exactly happened here. This is one little tiny log on the fire that is current problems for Carnival Cruise Lines. Add to that the fact that there's been a backlash mostly on social media. And in fact, mostly I would suggest on probably TikTok, right? As far as social media outlets go.
Instagram, Twitter, y'all see this?
That like Carnival Cruise Line is reacting to all this by making all these racist changes, which was mostly based off of fake news, because people said, ooh, look, Carnival Cruise Line has changed their rules and now they've banned X, Y, and Z. And basically they're trying to get rid of the black passengers that are ruining these Carnival Cruise vacations. And that thing took off. That meme took off on TikTok. But there was no rule change at all from Carnival Cruise Line. They started to say,
what did they say was getting banned? But
the
stereotypical stuff?
The use of Bluetooth speakers to play your own music, but that was already banned. You can't do that. It's just rude anyways, on a cruise ship like that. I think that they said that
that's what the cruise DJ is for, man. They're trying to take your old job.
Yeah, you ready to hear Ole Ole for the 17th time in a row?
Certain cruise ship music, they were saying, was like off limits now. Don't play it anymore, which is a familiar thing. Like if you know anybody who runs a bar, owns a club, they'll have certain songs. They'll be like, don't play this type of music. I don't want the crowd that it draws in. They were suggesting that Carnival Cruise Line was doing that for the entire cruise. Like, don't play this party rap music. We don't want the atmosphere that comes from playing that. And that's not the clientele we're looking for. But I don't even think that was true either. It was just a lot of people who were, as you can do legally, posting whatever they wanted on social media and making a lot of this stuff up. But Carnival Cruise Line definitely has taken a reputation hit for this. It's like, how much money am I spending and what are my expectations?
Right.
If your expectations are that you're going to be like on some orderly vacation with a whole lot of people, then Carnival Cruise Lines might not be your move. That might not be.
What is the cruise line that you are more orderly? Disney?
I'll tell you. It's private cruise where you get your own massive yacht.
Yeah, but we're talking, that's dumping tons of money. Like a Disney cruise does not have certain things that really ignite that sort of behavior. They don't have a casino.
Well, because they have family.
Yeah, the bars aren't open very super late. So they have an environment that is a little calmer, and you could probably buy one of the nicer cabins on the Disney Cruise Line, and then you would find yourself in a more orderly environment.
Yeah, I think that a lot of people maybe don't understand the difference between the two, C-Lane. Like, there is a cruise that's more of a party type cruise, and then there's a family cruise. On a family cruise, you're going to bring your family along, obviously, on a family cruise in most cases. And you're probably not going to have the same atmosphere that you would have on a Carnival cruise.
Right. I am by no means vested. But I will say, because I experienced it, you're a good middle ground, not family cruise, still party cruise without some craziness that will end up viral at dang Virgin Voyages.
Because they don't let young people on the Virgin Voyages.
What do you mean? Right? No, they're 21
yeah,
up,
isn't that
I thought.
their thing? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Children.
No, they don't let, on the Carnival Cruise Line side of things, they don't have like the teens. They don't have like a bunch of, and some of them are who are causing the problems on these Carnival cruise ships are the culprits.
Yeah, because they're not 21, so they can't drink until they get to Nassau. And then they get to Nassau and they go ape-s, just off the wall crazy.
Take my ID.
And then they get back on the cruise and start problems.
Right. Yeah, because they're not used to being drunk. They don't know how to handle themselves. They don't have any parents around them keeping them in line. All of these things happen. But it's been a huge fallout for Carnival Cruises. Somebody in chat was just saying, I hear they banned rap music, says Zach on YouTube. And that's another piece of fake news that's floating around out there. Business Insider says, no, Carnival Cruises is not banning rap music, even though that's a pretty common thing that people think that that's happening. Carnival Cruise Lines denied reports circulating that their DJs are no longer playing hip-hop. A spokesperson also said a graphic of supposedly new rules making the rounds on TikTok is false. TikTok recently announced a feature similar to Community Notes, but it's keeping fact checkers to watch stuff like this. But the cruise line says, unfortunately, certain media outlets have blown this matter out of proportion. They said in a statement, we have always had a variety of entertainment options for the last several years. We have communicated our expectations about guest behavior. It's not just the music claims. 2 notices about Carnival have also been making the rounds and fueling misinformation. A snapshot of safety guidelines from Carnival was posted on social media in June. Let's see this post. Hang on, because it's linked here. And this is supposed to be the whole Carnival thing. New rules on Carnival Cruises targeting loud music people, hazardous fans, children on the loose, all of that. The snapshot was authentic, but the rules have been in place for more than 2 years, they say. So these weren't new rules from Carnival, but they were brought back up because it was like, well, they're trying to shut down all the twerking parties on board. It just talks about curfew. Children must always be supervised. Guests 17 and under must be out of public areas by 1 a.m. Guest corridors, please refrain from running and making noise. Personal devices, that's what I was talking about with like the Bluetooth speakers and stuff. Handheld fans and beverages. Handheld fans are not permitted in the nightclub or on any dance floor. Can't have any illegal narcotics. Can't be smoking in undesignated areas. So those are basic things under the have fun, be safe motto. But people took that and they were like, nope, they're trying to ban fun on all of these things. A video from Carnival
More like
posted,
have fun whites only.
outlines some of the rules.
Can I use the recorder real quick?
No.
Okay, sorry. No, you're fine. Never mind.
It's already been 10 seconds.
They said the clack fans are banned, which are handheld fans that make a loud sound. They don't want that. To make matters more complicated for Carnival Cruise Lines, another graphic circulating on TikTok is entirely fake. It reads effective June 2025 across the top and lists some of the same rules. Versions of the fake graphic include typos. Minors must follow curfew unless they're with an ult, missing the D in the word adult. And solo cruislers must be 21 or up to sol with somebody 25 or up.
Solo what's
Nobody on TikTok can spell solo cruisers and sail with somebody 25 and up. Some TikTok users also said that Carnival implemented a 15-drink daily limit on its Cheers drink package and ramped up enforcement. But that's been around for years as well. A Pew survey last year, that's before a lot of this, showed that American adults are less concerned about disinformation on TikTok compared to other platforms. Well, I have bad news for you.
I knew they had the 15-drink limit, and I'm pretty sure that wasn't a change. No. But I mean, if you're trying to find the calm cruise, maybe you should ask your local AI to list all the cruise lines and what their drink packages allow for, because that Royal Caribbean lets you just have at it.
And no problems, no fighting, no people causing chaos on the cruise ship.
I didn't fight with anybody.
Yeah, he's keeping it together over there. Sealand is. Let me see if I can find this other example. Now, this was on a Royal Caribbean cruise, and this has been making the rounds online, where somebody was partying. Okay, here. Okay, I got
full-blown party time?
I would say so. Somebody's partying on this cruise ship, and they're in the infinity pool, and the guy is slapping his ass.
His own ass.
He's hanging over the edge of the infinity pool. Oh, off he goes.
He's gone?
Yeah.
Is that the side of the ship?
Yep. Well, he fell down onto the deck below, this particular guy. So this says another incident on Icon of the Seas. Passenger falls while doing a handstand at the infinity pool. So I think this is kind of spreading. And I want to know, how are you feeling about cruising right now? I see everywhere, like Carnival cruises are ghetto. I would never go on a Carnival cruise now. I don't want to have this kind of stuff happening on the cruise ship around me. Then you see this is Royal Caribbean. I don't know if this guy's drunk or what's going on, but he just falls off the edge of the pool.
He's never been in an infinity pool. He didn't realize what it all.
They said he was reaching for his glasses, but I don't know.
Full handstand?
Yeah, I don't know exactly where those glasses were. I just know he was slapping his ass like a seal. And then right over the edge he goes. But what do you think about these cruise lines? Are you less likely to take your family along with for a ride like this these days? Just give us your overall thoughts. Abraham on Twitch says, cruising is so much better when you don't have to drink vodka out of a shampoo bottle. True. Yeah, I agree. You don't want that happening.
I never had to do that, so I wouldn't, didn't have that experience.
I'm sorry. I believe we had a flight together.
I do expect a level of decorum. Like, I don't want a whole bunch of people fighting and 3M screaming all at each other and yelling in the hallways. Like, I don't just say like this is a party on the water. This is my expectation. Personally, if I'm going on a cruise, I expect that people behave themselves. I expect that people keep their S together. I expect that I'm not going to have people being obnoxious everywhere, playing their own music loud on Bluetooth speakers and stuff. And I would definitely have those expectations. But I want to know how everybody's feeling about these videos that certainly you've seen out there at some point in time. eFresh Rock says, as a parent with a young kid, once you Disney cruise, you don't want to go back. Well,
I can't imagine that.
Let me tell you something. Yeah. There's a difference between the cost of a Disney cruise and the cost of a Royal Caribbean or a Carnival cruise.
Yeah, but it takes a couple, twerk and pool party contests, and you're saving me $800, then I'll take the twerking pool party contest.
Let's see. I don't see any. Okay, Carnival, right? Carnival Cruise Lines. Carnival Cruise Lines. Sealand, bring up Disney just to compare. 50% off right off the jump. Semi-annual event. We're talking some deals. Carnival Celebration. Okay. Celebration Key starting at $289 a person. Mexico sailings from $224 a person.
Okay, but how much do you end up spending after that?
Let's try. All right, I'll look. Okay.
Give me the drink package. Give me the...
I'm going to go interior room because we want to find the best deal. This is for September on a Carnival Cruise Line. Interior room. I'll prepay... Oh, actually, I won't prepay the gratuities because I don't know if other places are going to do that. Room 1, $450 total for the room for 2 guests. If you want to prepay your gratuities, it's another $128. Vacation protection, all that stuff. Okay, continue to check out. I mean, that's pretty cheap, $450 for 2 people. Now, it wants me to log in. I'm sure they're going to add all kinds of fees and stuff.
What are you going for, a one or two night sale? What are we thinking here?
This is 4 days Baja, Mexico from California that I'm looking at. And this says taxes and fees are included. $450 for 2 people? That's wild. Disney ain't touching that. Like, Disney is no way going to have a 4-day cruise that's $250 per person.
4-night Bahamian cruise from Port Canaveral ending in San Juan. Oh, that's a one-way. They do one-way cruises on Disney?
Sometimes they do that.
That's
you
weird.
Fly back.
3-night Bahamian cruise from Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
2 guests. Prices start at $1,600. $1,640.
So you can hang out with Goofy and Mickey. I don't know if it's going to hurt Carnival yet. The price differences are too good. But the problem is, well, it's right in front of our eyes right here. It's too cheap. If you make things too cheap, you bring the mega poor people on some of these cruise ships, and the expectations for behavior drop dramatically. You have to have, like, if you had, it would be like having a theme park and you have dollar admission days. That's going to be the worst day. The people attracted to dollar admission days are going to be the worst of the worst of the worst. You don't want to be there on that day. That ain't a good time. You need to have a higher barrier to entry. Like, I think if it was $400 a person instead of $250 a person, some of the riffraff is going to get weeded out, and you have less fights at the pizza bar at 3:00 in the morning. That's the problem that you have here, I think. But let me know, especially you seasoned cruisers who can shine a bit more light on this.
And the poros, if you want to send your take.
No, they probably don't have phones to send the dispatches. Maybe in the clear there, but let me know what you think. Send a dispatch if you can, or an email if you'd like, over at tips@thenewsjunkie.com. All right, a lot of people chiming in on that, so we'll get to some of your feedback on it. AI causing some issues. Ozzy Osbourne and the funeral plans that have been revealed. We'll get to those. All of that, in fact, is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio. It is.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Gentlemen, everyone bring in their favorite piece of meat tomorrow. And collectively, all 4 of us will spank the meats with our seasoning.
They won't care if we do it.
Yes, yes, they will.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real radio 104.1.
Right now, it's pretty mellow on most of the major roadways here. If that's a part of your ride, you're just going to run into your typical delays on I-4 between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. There's a bit of congestion at the ramp junction where Florida's Turnpike and the Beach Line meet. Keep an eye out for a disabled vehicle off to the shoulder on I-4 westbound approaching John Young Parkway there. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From
Hey, everybody. Never a people problem on Royal Caribbean cruises? I'm just going to be real, and I'll tackle this coming back, because I don't think it's controversial at all. The problem is a poor people problem. Sorry. Anytime you do anything in life that makes stuff too cheap, you have a poor people problem. And there is a trashy element among the people that this drags in. When you have like the lowest deal ever, when you're at the cheapest theme park, when you have the day on the cruise ship where it's the lowest fees you could ever cost, always, there's problems. It's a fact. Carnival Cruise Line is the Kia of cruises. If they simply charged twice as much, it would double the improvement of the quality of the cruise. If they charged twice as much. That's the way it goes. If you get too many poor people in a group, it goes south. It's because there's an element of poor people who search for discount travel and stuff, that the reason they're poor is because their life is a mess. They're trashy, sloppy, messy people. And when they buy their bargain basement tickets, they end up on the same cruise as you. Except now they've watched a lot of the Travel Channel. And so their expectations of how this cruise is going to go are like, hey, this better be like the ritziest thing ever. F those poor people, spoken like a true Republican. Very dumb, Kevin. Congratulations, sir. Let's plan a junkie cruise, Shawn. If we did, it would not be like a bargain basement thing. It would not be that. It's bad. It's like if I told you, hey, you have two options. One is you can fly on a plane that is just a regular plane for a regular fee. Second, you can fly on a major discount airline. Which one are you more likely to have a problem on? The regular fee airline or the discount airline? And why? Two minutes and we're coming back. Look at Taco Bell.
Hey.
How'd it go out there?
Okay. Do you need anything from Publix?
No.
I have salsa.
Just take my Apple Card. I want to see what happens when the cash back hits from a grocery store. I don't need anything other than the stuff you might think. Are you okay?
Yeah, my phone's still like...
What's the matter? It's not working?
My watch won't connect to my phone and my AirPods, and then the apps aren't downloading.
Okay, can we fix it after the show?
Yeah.
We'll get it fixed, I promise.
I know.
All right.
All right.
See you later. Bye-bye. Love you.
.gov to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
iHeart's Yacht Rock Radio goes commercial-free every weekend. Enjoy the greatest 70s and 80s smooth soft rock all weekend. All commercial-free.
Three best friends diving into the deep end of internet culture.
I promise big updates on the stories we've been following, but boy, if I don't deliver on that, come down on me like the hammer of Thor.
How dare you?
Maybe, though, maybe. We'll get to all of that momentarily on the show. I don't know why you guys think this is a controversial opinion. It's not. It's literally what almost everybody is thinking about the Carnival Cruise Line thing. It's not controversial. if you have the cheapest bargain basement cruise line, you're going to have the most problems. Always. It's trashy poor people is 1,000% the problem that you run into when it comes to stuff like that. And I think people are like, whoa, God, don't come out of the poor people. I'm saying trashy poor people. If you have something that's like the cheapest day or nickel beers or whatever, whenever you have the lowest price for your thing, if it's a social thing and people have to enjoy it with other people, it's going to be the worst day to do it. Because
nickel beer is a perfect example of that. Like if
garbage
you
people
went to some college adjacent bar that had nickel beer night, or God forbid, the thing that they had to get rid of because people were hurting themselves or just making everything gross, the bladder buster or whatever they called it.
All right.
Where it was like all the keg beer was free until the first person uses the bathroom.
Yeah. Yeah, and you would go to those things and you'd be like, oh, I'm so surprised that half of these people are horrible human beings. No, there's a lot of problems with the way people perceive this stuff. The first thing is people are so scared to say something about poor people instead of like, hey, maybe there's a percentage of people who are poor and are poor because of a million decisions that they've made that are wrong in their lives, and they're also trashy. And so it's like if I can go on an airline that's a regular airline or the most budget of budget airlines, which one of those two do you think I'm more likely to run into a problem on? Probably the one that's cheaper, right? This is what happens. That's what Carnival falls into. It's the trap of when you do like the bargain basement stuff and people are going on there, you bring in these like trashy poor types that will ruin the whole experience. That doesn't mean that poor people are bad. That doesn't mean that anything by the factor of your bank account being what it is makes you who you are. It means that there are some poor people who are trashy and who ruin everything.
There are plenty of people with with limited means that still respect the idea that they're getting the privilege of going on a cruise ship, and so they'll act right. But there are many of the others that you've described.
And there are super rich people who act like douchebags as well.
Which one do you think is more likely? You go on a bus. The bus is full of all incredibly rich people, and they've paid a premium fare for this bus ride.
Why are we on a bus?
That's bus one. Bus two
I own it, partner.
is like a mega bus. It was the cheapest bus fare that you ever could find, and it's all the people looking for those cheapest deals and the poorest types on that bus. Which bus do you want to be on?
Which one has the twerking contest?
Everybody with a brain is going to go, I want to be on the bus without the deal.
Excuse me, driver. I have not found the Dom Perignon on this bus.
Because whereas, yes, if you look at rich people, there's also a whole bunch of them that are terrible, god-awful, no good, horrible human beings. Yes, but I think the propensity for that to happen at things where people are paying less is much larger. I think there's way more people at the bargain basement event that are going to make it terrible than at the rich person event. I just think that's a fact of life that nobody really wants to say out loud.
Another factor I think you could throw in there just for good measure is that videos of the poor people behaving do not go viral. Nobody flipped on their TikTok this morning and saw, oh my gosh, look at that family at the pizza place eating their pizza, cleaning up after themselves and leaving.
Yeah.
Let me see what you make
Millions
a year.
of views.
The behavior videos they're not going to draw in a lot of attention. It's always going to be the bad stuff. I just think, I'm not looking at stats to back this up, but I think that if you looked at like the cheapest cruise line versus a medium price cruise line and then a higher end cruise line, the medium price and the higher end cruise line are going to weed out the riffraff, and you're not going to have as many social problems on your vacation. I think that's just the reality of the situation. The other way to view this is that all poor people are just these glorious little angels that don't do anything wrong. And, there's nothing that they've done that results in them being in the situation they're in, whether it be like personality issues or other things. I just don't think that's in touch with reality. But let us know what you think. There's a lot of people already chiming in on this, so we'll get to it in a moment here. Now, I've teased Ozzy Osbourne. There's a word in this that I don't understand that has been popping up about Ozzy Osbourne and his whole funeral that's playing out here.
All right.
There's a big farewell that is on the way. Hold on, let me see if I can find the actual word that they were using. And I think it might have been a British thing or something that was in so many of these articles. Okay, I'm bringing this up here. Excuse me, hang on. Ozzy Osbourne funeral.
Is this the private family funeral, or is this something that has been planned? I mean, I feel like for the fans, the last concert was kind of like the funeral.
Yeah, I think so. But this is, okay, here's the word that I'm not familiar with. Ozzy Osbourne's, okay, good God. Ozzy Osbourne's funeral cortege? Cortege?
It's like a funeral procession.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Is that the British version of a funeral procession? I've never seen that. Cortege. Ozzy Osbourne's funeral cortege is what so many of these stories say.
Cortege.
Solemn procession, especially for a funeral, a person's entourage, or there's another word I cannot pronounce properly, I'm sure. But why does it say it that way? I do not know. Cortege has to be a British thing, no?
It must be.
Retinue.
What's that?
Retinue is the other word.
And what's that mean?
A group of advisors, assistants, or others accompanying an important person.
See?
Yeah.
I'm speaking like I belong on Carnival Cruise.
Well, it's happening tomorrow because this says Ozzy Osbourne's funeral cortege will be traveling through his home city of Birmingham in England on Wednesday, the 30th of July. The procession takes place ahead of a private funeral so that fans can line the streets and pay their final respects to the Black Sabbath legend.
Are they just gonna do like the casket going through, or are they about to prop up Ozzy?
It says
make
the
it real
hearse,
metal.
That would be really cool. The hearse carrying Ozzy Osbourne and the accompanying vehicles will slowly make their way down Broad Street from 1 p.m. to the Black Sabbath Bridge. Oh, I didn't even know they had a Black Sabbath Bridge, which has become a shrine to Ozzy over the past week with thousands of floral and written tributes. The Birmingham City Council said the event will allow his family members to see the tributes and memories fans have left in honor of the heavy metal legend. So they're already gathering at this bridge. Oh, God. Is this what they have put up at this Black Sabbath Bridge? This is wild.
So they're going to be accompanied by a brass band.
Oh, are they?
That's pretty cool. That's like New Orleans stuff right there.
The fans have gathered at this Black Sabbath Bridge, and there's a huge setup with flowers and tributes and Ozzy Forever and Rest in Power Ozzy that they've all done here. And
Jesus,
they're going to
look at the amount of crap there. And
that's
beautiful, lovely. That's a lot of stuff.
I gotta say, it looks a little
much
disheveled. There's a lot. It looks a little, like
who's gonna organize it? C Lane.
Somebody needs to go through there and just line things up nicely. If you had zoomed out and I didn't know there were so many roses there, it looks like a pile of trash.
It appears many people just threw the flowers in.
Well, they couldn't get to the back to line it up.
Some of the
like drive-by memorial. There's chuck the flowers out there.
There's an Ozzy drawing that looks, a little basic.
Also just open cups. What are those 3 cups there? Right under
There's some glasses which appear to be full of some sort of liquor here,
or urine.
Wine,
maybe. There's a lot going on. Beer cans, and bottles.
Beer cans.
Yeah, there's a beer can. Beer bottles over here. So there's all this is set up at this Black Sabbath Bridge that they're going to end up going by on this tour for Ozzy Osbourne's funeral. Funeral cortege. I get used to that one there. So they're going to have a procession through the city, and this will be tomorrow. Some of it may be on the show, so we'll keep an eye on what's going on and see how everybody memorializes Ozzy Osbourne on the way out. That'll be kind of cool to watch. All right, let's get into a couple of your dispatches real quick. Here goes Chaos says, Cruise's topic. People are going to hate me. All right.
What's up, junkies? Happy today. So, Shawn, you don't want minorities on cruises, huh?
That's not what I said.
Sounds like.
I said poor people.
to me.
Actually, to be clear, I said trashy poor people because it's not the poor problem that makes you the issue. It's the trashy problem, but there tends to be more trashy people like this that cause the problems on like a Carnival Cruise line in the lower levels of poverty, which probably selects for different life decisions and things you've made. But yeah, that's what I was saying.
You on the side of Carnival, or they're trying to get rid of African Americans?
No, they're not.
What? No, I'm just kidding. I know you got black friends. We know. It's all right. Love you, guy. But yeah, these cruises definitely need to get rid of the riffraff. I mean, it's been too long that these people have been able to get on a cruise, and
that's why I say riffraff, because if there's somebody next to me at a table, folks, this is just who I am and where I'm coming from. If there's somebody next to me at a table and they're blaring music on their Bluetooth speaker, I don't care if they are black or Asian or a Mexican or I don't care what makes them the person that they are, the color of their skin. I care about the activity that's happening, right? So that's why you don't need to dice it up this way. I'm saying the riffraff, the trashier poor people that get attracted to these deals, that is what I believe causes a lot of the problems with Carnival. I think if Carnival doubled the cost of those cheaper cruises, I would bet money that they would have less of these social problems, all right, on those cruise ships if they were a little less cheap. But you let me know what you think. Go over and send a dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com. We'll get to some of these as the show rolls on. If you don't want to do that, you're a little nervous, you can send an email, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. I got to get to the AI story. I do have that in front of me. And in jury duty, we're going to hear from the hero who stepped up at the Walmart when a lot of people were getting stabbed and said enough is enough. And this guy saved the day, I think. So let's hear from this person. That is in jury duty, and it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Hey, this is Lincoln Kennedy. Here's what's trending on the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mercedes-Benz.
New York Mayor Eric Adams says a man who gunned down 4 people in a Manhattan high-rise was targeting the NFL offices, but he took the wrong elevator. Florida quarterback DJ Lagway, he's starting fall camp in a walking boot, but 24/7 Sports says there's no long-term concerns about his injuries. And the Rays made their first move of the trade deadline season yesterday when they sent catcher Danny Jansen to Milwaukee. They got back a prospect. I'm Scott Davidson.
The Mercedes-Benz Dream Days are back with offers on vehicles like the 2025 E-Class, CLE Coupe, C-Class, and EQE Sedan. Hurry in now through July 31st. Visit your local authorized dealer or learn more at mbusa.com/dream.
This summer, escape to a place where history echoes through the streets, where epic beaches embrace breathtaking sunrises, and days are filled with adventures. From the historic charm.
Go back, squad. Hey, let's be clear about something. A lot of you people who hear talk like that and clutch your pearls like a bunch of fucking losers and are like, oh, this is racist. See you later. Piss off. You're the type of people, some of you, it's like one of you, who you can't have conversations because of these people who are like constantly trying to grab buzzwords out and fling them at you. It's just true. It's just true that trashy poor people, the riffraff, are the problem on these cruises. Their social manners are in the gutter. They don't care if you're sleeping in the cabin next to them and it's 4 o'clock in the morning. They paid for their tickets, so they deserve to be at the event. And so they'll say, you respect me or whatever. Like, all these things are just obviously true. If you don't like it, too bad. They act like you think every poor person is evil. That's because the person doing that is either trying to be obnoxious and get attention, or is so mind melted by their current political belief structure that that's what they land on. Like, obviously, this is what the problem. It's just ridiculous. These rich white bitches in Vieira have definitely don't have fair behavior and common sense to others in public. It's not always a class thing. It's the person's outlook and behavior. Sure, but you're not contradicting what I'm saying. Okay? You're not contradicting what I'm saying. You're saying, which is like, I don't know why this is a knee-jerk response to this. You're like, but rich people can be terrible too. Well, of course rich people can be terrible too. Right? Everybody agrees with that. Everybody understands that. And the problem wouldn't be if you say, man, some of these rich people sure are trashy and terrible. The problem is when you say there's a higher percentage of people who behave in these antisocial ways in the lower classes and the people who are less likely to go on more expensive cruises are the people that are more likely to cause these sort of social problems. It's almost like some of them have shared personality traits that you don't want to be with on a boat together. Going on a 3-day cruise this Friday. Pray for me and the wife. What cruise line? Where are you going? True, but trashy rich people aren't causing trouble on Carnival Cruises. They're causing more expensive problems somewhere else. Sure, they have their own types of problems. That's not the problem that Carnival is having, I don't think. These are antisocial people who, in many cases, got in their own ways, never accelerated forward in success in their lives. They're poor. Now they're they're hiding under the banner of being poor. Like, don't take shots at them. But a lot of the people in that category have these issues. And I don't want to be on a cruise ship with them. Now, let me go around an impoverished neighborhood around me and find 20 people and pick them and go on a Carnival Cruise with them, and things will be fine. Because I've selected for people in the poor community that are like decent, good people. I don't think that's the same outcome. 90 seconds. By the way, everybody can share the show. Rich people, poor people, middle class people, rich people. Oof, Shawn, that shirt makes you look like a trashy poor person. True. That's what I get for buying a $10 shirt. That's what I get. 1 minute. The Margaritaville cruise that leaves out of Port Canaveral is the poor cruise ship. Yes, but the people who go on it are probably more middle class, older cruisers who aren't as prone to causing issues. All right, here we go.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Right now, there are young people across the world facing a tough choice: continue their dream of education or drop out to help their family put food on the table. You can help change their future in a single moment. See how far your support can go at unbound.org.
Because you're never too old to learn something stupid. This is the News Junkie.
I'm hardest hit over here.
What happened?
I'll tell you just a moment. I'm not okay, okay? I'm not okay. Jury duty is coming up in just a moment on the show. I've been seeing a bunch of lists, and these lists are coming out of not that one. Strangely enough, that list has just disappeared. But these lists that are popping out, they're people who your job is going to be replaced by AI, like you're the most likely to get replaced by AI. And on one of the lists I saw yesterday, I'm trying to bring this up, but radio was right on the top. And it was like,
in what way?
We're all affected?
It was like,
what you mean?
Why even fix our internet if we're all just getting zapped out of here?
Yeah, maybe they're not really rushing so much. But there's a couple lists going around, and one of them for sure had radio hosts on the top. This might be a different one. This says top 40 occupations with the highest AI applicability score, which I think means that you could be replaced by AI the easiest. Interpreters and translators, historians, let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger so I can read it. Passenger attendants, sales reps, writers and authors, here we go.
I'm sorry, passenger attendants? Like, how is somebody going to direct you to your seat or get you? I mean, are we talking flight attendants?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. It sounds like a flight attendant to me. Maybe digitally.
There's a lot more to flight attending than just, bringing you your mimosas and stuff.
I agree, but I also think even with just the things they do now, it's pretty hard to put a robot in that position in the air, like on the plane. So I think they would be better off than this list says. Customer service representatives, 100%. AI is going to steamroll all these people. Telephone operators, whatever. Ticket agents, whatever. Broadcast announcers and radio DJs.
Yeah.
We are on the top of the list to be replaced.
We're not announcers.
They can't really lock in the incredible humor we have. Perfect timing. The fighting.
It also says news analysts, reporters, and journalists. I don't really consider us that so much, but the mix of the two would be the show.
How are you going to have an AI journalist?
That's what they've got now on a lot of these websites, honestly.
Okay, like when the news station does that, like they went to Channel 3, because the county wouldn't answer their questions. So they call 3, and 3 sends the people out there to do the real work. How's AI doing that?
I don't know. I agree with your skepticism on this. I think some of that doesn't make sense. Some of it does, like, somebody who's a linguist or a translator, obviously technology is going to stomp you out. That's happening really, really soon.
It's already happening.
Yeah.
Translators?
Yeah. But some of them, like, maybe not. Personal financial advisors? Yeah. I mean, if I could use ChatGPT, why am I paying a person to do that? Models replaced by AI, I guess, if that's what they're talking about.
They're down to have 6 fingers, sure.
Librarians.
Those are still around, huh?
Yeah. I mean, like some of these, I just think that they're old school jobs anyhow.
Surprised toll collectors is not on this list.
No, I don't think so.
We're phasing all of them out.
Well, there's another one here. Phlebotomists?
No.
That doesn't make any. Oh, that's the lowest end. Okay, that's the lowest end. The blood.
It shouldn't be on the list.
The blood nurses and stuff are on the bottom of the list here. Nursing assistants. These are the people who are safe from AI. Embalmers. Okay, all right, that makes sense. Ship engineers,
massage therapists, tire builders.
Dishwashers.
Wait. Supervisors of firefighters, not the firefighters themselves.
Correct.
I'm only here to watch. Massage therapists are safe, this says.
Yeah.
Motorboat operators.
So those are the folks who are safe. Roofers, they ain't taking it from you. You are safe as of right now,
as long
according
as
to
you
this
don't die
list.
in this heat.
Yeah, that's a different battle for you altogether. All right, here we go. Let's see if I can squeeze this in. It's time for jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the news junkie.
I mean, I was going to say, like phlebotomist, somebody taking your blood, we're a ways away from that being some automated procedure where you put your arm down and then the needle goes in automatically.
Yeah, but dude, who's going to be there to deal with me getting faint and needing my legs lifted up and being told that it happens to
But think about this. That sounds crazy, but at one point, there was no chance of you getting your blood pressure without a person taking it for you.
Yeah, but I don't worry about getting hurt during my blood pressure. Like, I think if Sabrina...
Have you seen those little kids get stuck at the Publix one?
But if Sabrina had resistance to getting her blood taken, it would be probably much more resistant from a robot than a person, I would think.
Yes, because a robot has to find the vein. There's all sorts of factors that would,
Imagine the robot malfunctioning. It's like
bloodbath.
Yeah, when we're ready for robot phlebotomists, there's probably going to be some sort of scanner that it does find the vein by just looking through your skin.
Oh, that's rough. All right, quickly in jury duty, which is brought to you by Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Intro on the go, just call Mo, 800-CALL-MO, 800-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. Let's go to this hero who saved some folks over at Walmart. This guy is a former Marine. He saw somebody attacking people randomly, nearly a dozen of them at this Walmart, and he pulled out his gun, and the good guy with the gun in this case, which is often a meme, he pulled out his gun and stopped the attack from happening. So let's see what he says.
Throw it away!
Drop it, he
This
said.
morning, a hero who helped stop a man accused of stabbing multiple people at a Walmart.
That's a smart idea, actually.
One guy had a cart in front of him to like kind of weaponize.
Just, trying to get to my trunk. No, he's walking so slow that I think he's just trying to get his groceries in the car.
No,
I think he was using it to block himself off from the dude.
Yeah, the cart's empty, I think.
Yeah, he's got a cart here, and he's by the guy with the gun, and it's like he's using it as sort of a weapon almost.
This morning, a hero who helped stop a man accused of stabbing multiple people at a Walmart in Traverse City, Michigan, speaking out exclusively with ABC News.
Oh, let's hear it.
Didn't think of anything other than trying to get him away from people and get him isolated and get him to put the knife down.
Former Marine Derek Perry says he was checking out at the Walmart Saturday afternoon when he heard a commotion.
A lady was like screaming for her son, and all the employees and patrons were clamoring, trying to run in different directions.
The suspect, 42-year-old Bradford James Gilly, fleeing to the parking lot. Perry and others dropping their groceries to surround the man. Perry pulled his gun. It's legal to open carry in Michigan.
Thank God.
Unfortunately, there was kind of like a mob mentality, and some very disturbing things were being said on how to deal with the situation, and I had to block all of that out. And
Whoa, you know what he's saying? You guys reading between the lines here?
Everybody was telling him to fire the gun.
Yeah. Whoa. Yeah, all the other dudes who were surrounding him, he's saying were like, kill him, shoot him, shoot him, kill him, shoot him, kill him, shoot him, kill him. And this guy is such a badass that he's like, laser focused. No, I don't want to have to kill him. I just want to stop what's going on at this Walmart.
It's on him because I ultimately just wanted him to put the knife down and back away until law enforcement got there. I did not see myself as any type of judge, jury, or executioner. I just wanted everyone to be safe.
Did he say anything to you? Were you able to kind of get a state of mind?
And I can see in his eyes that he was wild-eyed, and he did not look like he was in his right mind. And he was saying, they told me to do it. They told me to do it, and call 911.
This guy's like the most sane, normal dude I've heard on the news in a very long time. And I'm so glad he was there, because this would have been even worse if he was not there to stop what was happening. And he even had the foresight to be like, hey, I don't want to kill the crazy guy either. I'm not just looking for an opportunity to blast somebody like some of you are. Good for him. Good for that guy. Absolute hero. I salute him.
I think the guys with the carts is smart, though.
You gotta have something.
It's a slow waddle, I gotta say. There was not a lot of urgency in his steps.
Well, he was being held at gunpoint. It didn't really need it anymore.
I would have probably just thought, what can I do here? And if I didn't have my knife on me or something, or if I didn't have a gun, then you got to have something, I guess. A card is at least something. Okay, quick break. When we come back, we'll hear from more of you. We got dispatches all lined up and ready to go. We got information about Caitlin Clark that is just rolling in, and a whole bunch more to touch on in the final hour of the show. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Hey, teachers, the Monsters want to party with you. Join them for a Teachers Appreciation Party August 6th, thanks to JustCallMo.com. Details at realradio.fm/party.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Afternoon traffic hasn't clogged up most of the major roadways yet, so you won't be expecting.
Hey, everybody. Coming back in a handful of minutes here.
Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the traffic center in James, Birmingham.
Hello. I need a new electrical outlet. What are you yapping about? Okay. You are reporting wrong. The barefoot guy wearing the purple shirt stopped the attacker in the store, ramming him with a shopping cart. Multiple people apparently armed themselves with shopping carts both in and outside the store. I don't see how that's at odds with anything that was just said on the show, but okay. Thank you. That's why I don't own a firearm, folks, LOL. Why? Because you would want to shoot the person, or what? What does that mean? I'm more trained than that? Good for you.
So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Hey guys, Russ Rollins here. Lose weight, gain muscle, use that testosterone from Red Mountain Weight Loss. If you've noticed the black
Folks, quick, oh no. Oh no. Oh boy. Ah, shit! Sorry. Apologies. Shawn, get a microphone closer to the desk. It doesn't work like that. Stop Monday morning quarterbacking everything, you guys. Everything works the way it does for an absolute reason. Stop insinuating or suggesting that it's because I haven't thought about the genius idea that you've come up with. Shawn needs his 7th blast of nose spray. You might be right. Thank you for the God blesses. I do need to stretch my shirt. It's bothering me so much. Hate this. Sitting at the desk all day will kill you. He needs to get his steps in. True. I do. I don't get much around here. It's after the show that I can get some in. Two minutes. Go outside for a second. Nice try. If they would raise the price of the shirts a little bit, the riffraff would stop buying it and wearing it wrong. That does not logically follow at all. That is a mess of a sentence. It doesn't make any sense. 90 seconds. My forearm is insurance for my house and my family. I never see a reason to take it with me publicly. Whoa. That's some forearm you got there, sir. You can both leave it at home and it protects the safety of your family? That is impressive. One minute, we're coming back. Firearm and forearm, he says. I just want to see that thing. What are you rocking over there? Gotta work on this. Coming back in 30 seconds.
Hey, flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Radio, 104.1.
Join in on the chaos. We eagerly await your dispatch.
Kickoff Power Hour. Plus, I don't even know how many dispatches I've played, but I want to work in at least a couple of those in the next little bit here.
I think you'd be surprised. There are like a surprising number of people who are on board with this robot phlebotomy.
Really?
Prove it then.
I mean, maybe not that they want to do it, but on board with the fact that it will be eventually coming. Like they said, they're doing surgery from thousands of miles away. Surely a robot can draw a little bit of blood. Somebody said in China there's already a robot doing it.
I don't disagree that the future will have robots doing almost everything everywhere. Look, it's obvious. AI is going to be like a steamroller for jobs, especially jobs that people have been doing for a long time, which are really low-skilled jobs that they can pop some technology into or a robot into, and presto bango, the job is done by somebody who doesn't complain anymore, right? And robots don't unionize, you know what I mean? So those kind of things I absolutely agree with. But let's take a poll here. Let's take the temperature. Folks over on
also
chat
can
right
be done
now,
by a robot.
It could. And I'd allow that. And I have allowed that in many ways. But folks over in chat, you go to a doctor's office. All right. I'm going to create a whole scenario here, and then I just want to hear yes or no. All right.
Welcome to doctor.
You go to the doctor's office. Dr. Smith says, welcome. We're trying out some new technology today. You just sit down on this chair, and our new robo-phlebotomist will take your blood. Are you okay with this? Do you want to proceed? Yes or no? Everybody right now is hitting that no button, right?
Right now.
Most people are going like, no, hey, well, hold on. I'm not having a robot take my blood, inject, or like put a needle into my vein to draw the blood out. I would think way more people currently would say hard no to that. But will it happen at some point? I think yes. Yeah. I just don't think we're there yet necessarily.
I don't know. I'm so squeamish with it. I literally have to give a tiny little speech to anyone that's about to draw my blood. Like, hey, I'm not going to look you in the eyes, but I do need you to talk to me the entire time.
It's
because
crazy.
I cannot know that this is happening or I'm going to pass out.
It's crazy how many things like that have changed, though. Like, it's crazy how much that stuff has become more commonplace and will just continue to evolve in that way. And we will eventually all be okay with a robot taking our blood, but I don't know if we're there now. I don't think that we're there now. We do want to hear from you, though. Let us know what your thoughts are. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. I got more of these awkward clips with Trump and the Prime Minister of England, but right now it's time for at least a bit of feedback. I'll give you this along the way. A Texas man has been sentenced to prison for stalking WNBA star Caitlin Clark. 55-year-old Texas man who told police he was in an imaginary relationship with WNBA star Caitlin Clark was sentenced to 2.5 years in prison on Monday after pleading guilty of stalking and harassing the Indiana Fever guard. Michael Lewis of Denton, Texas, reached a deal with prosecutors in which he pleaded guilty to 1 felony count of stalking and 1 misdemeanor count of harassment. He'll get credit for time served And
good.
He said he's ordered to stay away from all the places where the team practices or plays and have no contact with Caitlin Clark. And he was arrested after sending hundreds of threats and sexually explicit messages to Caitlin Clark between December 12th and January 11th. So this guy was hot on it, going crazy, and sending over all these really raunchy messages she did not want. Here we go. Let's see what you got on your mind. A lot of people talking about the cruise topic. That seems like it makes sense. Here's Sport Johnston. Go ahead.
What up, Junkie Butt? Hey, we've actually been on, me and my wife been on 24 cruises. We've been on 4 with Royal and 20 with Carnival.
Damn.
And what we noticed on Carnival was basically what Shawn said. If we go on a 7-day or longer cruise, we've never had an issue.
Yeah.
There's never been any kind of fights there's never been anything like that.
Yeah.
But if we go on the short cruises, there's always a problem. And I think that have to do with money a little bit. I mean, our cruises are like $2,000 and more when we go on 7-day cruises.
Right.
If you pay for a $150 cruise, I don't think you care how you act. You're out $150. If they kick you off, if you get in a fight, they don't care.
I just think it self-selects for people who are going to be less likely to engage in these antisocial behaviors. That's what I think happens. If it costs $1,500, you have to be a person with your life together enough to have saved $1,500
and be able to take off 6 to 8 days.
Yeah, from a job that you've held down because, you must have your life in some sort of order.
Or a sweet credit card.
When your life is not in order and you're going on like the $150 cruise special vacation, that's going to be the one I think where you have more problems. Let's see here. Let's go over to Co Mills talking about the cruise.
It's about the cruise lines. Me and my wife like Royal Caribbean better.
Royal Caribbean.
These Carnival's the Walmart of the seas. That doesn't matter which cruise line you like. You're going to get people who do not know how to handle their alcohol and make fools of themselves anyway.
All right, saying there's people who can't handle their alcohol and make fools of themselves anyways. You might not think this, but I disagree. I disagree because when I look at the problem, I think it's solely a people problem, right? That's why I'm saying the riffraff on these cruises is what's causing the issues. It's the riffraff that is a problem. I think it's solely a people problem. I would say, and you can feel free to disagree all you like, from what I can tell, Carnival Cruise has a good staff. They have good entertainment. They have nice ships. I don't see anybody complaining the ship is falling apart or anything. It seems like the puzzle pieces that make up a cruise line are good. The bones are good. Like the cruise ships are nice. The staff is nice. The problem seems to be with Carnival Cruise Line in particular, it's a people problem. It's the customers that you're attracting that are the problem. And it's sometimes best to weed those out. I'll be fully transparent with you. When we go grocery shopping, we have multiple options. We have multiple Publixes we could go to, all within just a short shot. But we go to the grocery store that we go to because it's nice, it's clean. Those are the elements of the business. And the clientele is nice. You don't have a bunch of randos or weird people all around you. The local Walmart grocery store that we have is the opposite of that. It feels like the end of the world in there. It feels like there's fights breaking out every moment. There's constantly people walking out the door and the alarm going off because they've stolen something with a tag on it. It's the discount option in the area, and it undoubtedly has a more garbage clientele. And I could see why people don't necessarily want to be around that. All right, let's do one more. Here is Not Stevie G talking about Carnival.
What's up? So I wanted to comment about Carnival Cruise Line because I have experienced both Carnival and Royal Caribbean. So it's been probably like 8, 9, 10 years since I've been on a cruise. The last one I went on was Carnival, though.
Okay.
And I got to say, I was not impressed in comparison to like Royal Caribbean. The food was terrible. It was just complete chaos the entire time I was on the ship. Definitely geared towards more economy friendly, I guess you would say. But I mean, just the experience overall was definitely subpar. Definitely not worth the, $1,500 you spend to get on the boat.
Oh, he's talking about it. He's saying like he didn't actually like the offerings. He didn't like the ship. He didn't like the things that were happening around him. That's the bones of the company he's not liking. But yeah, I mean, I've seen other people with different experiences saying that they like the ship, they liked all of the stuff. It was just the people. But let's open it up to more folks before we get out of here today. That's the beauty. You get to speak. And you can record your video or audio dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. Thanks for the insight there. All right, when we come back, let's see here. We'll get to, I want to play those Trump clips where things got real awkward with the Prime Minister of England. And also a huge scam warning that we have to put out there. It's the way people are losing their entire bank accounts from your balance right now to zero. Goose egg. You want to avoid this scam. I'll tell you how. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Crews are clearing up an accident on I-4 westbound approaching Florida's Turnpike. It's affecting the right lane there. There's a crash on Central Florida Parkway where it meets Palm Parkway. Look out for emergency crews on the roadways. On the major roadways this afternoon, there's no serious issues affecting your ride as of right now. But if you do see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Compassion International.
Every day, a child in poverty waits for a sponsor is another day of hopelessness. There are thousands of kids who've been waiting over a year. End their wait. Sponsor a child with compassion today. Just text the word radio to 83393.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One, is back in Vegas.
T-Mobile Arena.
Streaming live only on Hulu. A weekend full of superstar performances. And listen, starting Monday, to win your way there.
The 2025 iHeartRadio Music Festival is brought to you by Metro. With their new lower prices, the celebration starts way before the festival. Big savings so you can focus on your favorite artist, not your phone bill. Only at Metro by T-Mobile.
One thing you definitely do not want during rainy season is a leaky roof. That's why I got to call my friends at Eustace Roofing. They have supplied Central Florida with quality roofs since 1959. They are traditional and metal roof experts. And don't let the name fool you. Eustace Roofing covers all of Central Florida. Act now and get 10% off a new roof installation until July 31st. Call today and mention the Jim Colbert Show for your upgrade to the premium roof package. The real roofers, real craftsmen, real professionals, real experts. Get your free estimate today at eustaceroofing.com.
This is Monster Jam. Get ready for massive stunts, crazy skills, featuring Grave Digger, El Toro Loco, Sparkle Smash, and more. Big time fun for the whole family. Monster Jam, as big as it gets. Coming to Kia Center this Saturday and Sunday. Brought to you by BKT Tires, your local Ford dealers, and Morgan & Morgan. Tickets on sale now.
Eye Candy Energy Drink. The official drink of the summer is here. 3 delicious flavors. Original, sugar-free, and sugar-free cotton candy. Get yours at eyecandyenergydrink.com. Eye Candy Energy Drink.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news, commercial and SBA loan rates are falling too. Get a quote to refinance your business loan today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With that mortgage guy, Don.com.
Celebrate your love this summer at International Diamond Center and get a free romantic getaway on us. It's the Summer of Romance event, now for a limited time at IDC. Make any jewelry purchase over $3,500 and pack your bags for a free trip. It's a great time to get that engagement ring and let IDC buy your honeymoon. Here's how it works. If you spend $3,500, IDC will give you a 3-day, 2-night hotel getaway with a $100 Visa card for spending. Choose from a dozen romantic cities. Or spend $5,000 on her jewelry and IDC will give you a 3- or 4-night luxury cruise for 2. Spend $10,000 and you'll get a 5-day, 4-night stay at an upscale tropical all-inclusive resort. Choose from 4 countries. Listen, if you're getting engaged, celebrating an anniversary, or just want to get away for some romance, IDC has it covered. You buy the ring, we'll give the getaway. Hurry, this is a limited time offer. Details and restrictions at shopidc.com. International Diamond Center, Altamont Springs, Mullet Millennial, and Waterford Lakes.
We're definitely going to be late to the concert. I feel like we should be there by now.
I'm just taking a little detour. I gotta fill up my gas tank, and I know this place a couple towns over where the gas is cheaper.
Are you serious? We're gonna be late for the concert because you're driving out of the way for cheaper gas? Just use Upside.
What's Upside?
Upside is the free cashback app that gets you real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait, I can get cash back just for buying the gas I need anyway?
Yes, I use it all the time, and I've made around $200. Now pull over so you can download the Upside app before we miss the concert.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code OIL25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank, PayPal, or as a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code OIL25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code OIL25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus. That's code OIL25.
Some things can steal your sunshine. Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken. Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
Dull Mike. Good news. Finally got our internet back. It was a desert for a while there. Just no good. Kind of hard to get stuff done. Although I found the secret Wi-Fi. That's a good thing to know. None of these computers that are like on hardwired internet actually have Wi-Fi capability. Some of them are kind of old, and I think the company was just like, why do we need computers with Wi-Fi when they're going to be hardwired? So that was a thing. But how are you guys doing? Speaking of hottie, thank you. Big up one hell of a punk rock show. All right, we're coming back. We're back at it. It's a home stretch, baby. Thank you, Barbara. I'm glad you like it. Teabag, excuse me. Michael Klein. All right. Back to work.
Your direct line to the heroes that saved Canada that one time.
Ready to go, and I promise you're going to be interested in at least some of this, for sure. There's a lot to talk about before we wrap up the show today. Join us with your dispatches or emails to tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Miss Rachel is in the news again.
Hello.
She's got herself in the news quite a bit as of late.
Say mama?
Mostly because of the Gaza war stuff and her opinions on that. And for a while, I was like, well, this doesn't seem to be that big of a deal. And Miss Rachel is just like a kid's person or whatever. But more and more, I would understand if there were parents who were like, you know what, not gonna do this for the kids anymore. The Miss Rachel thing.
She's doing it like in her videos, or what she's doing outside of that.
This one I think is in an interview, and maybe also on her Instagram, because her Instagram, last time I checked, was like almost all focused on the Gaza stuff. Like,
I believe
that's
it
her whole
is.
thing.
Yeah.
Like that's her whole thing that she does on that platform. This has like really spun around a little bit.
At least she's picking that platform to be socially conscious on, and not flooding her YouTube channel with it. I mean, that would be a death blow to her YouTube channel.
I would think if she got into that, there would be a portion of our audience that was not happy, that didn't want that. And the thing that I see from the story about her now is Miss Rachel advises celebrities to speak up about the war in Gaza. It says, Miss Rachel is sparking headlines by suggesting she won't work with anybody who hasn't spoken out about what's happening in Palestine. Mark Ruffalo is cheering her along on social media, according to this article from the Daily Dot, which I don't think is very honest or fair, really. I mean, when Miss Rachel says, I'm not going to work with anybody, like on my little popular YouTube Kids show that's brought in so much attention and money for me, I'm not going to work with anybody who hasn't spoken out about what's happening in Palestine, I'm not sure that's what she means. I think if you say, if you're her, if you're Miss Rachel, and you say, I'm not going to work with anybody who hasn't spoken out about Palestine, you're saying, I'm not going to work with anybody who doesn't have the same opinion that I have on Palestine.
Interesting.
Because if she said, like, I'm not working with anybody who hasn't spoken out on Palestine, if somebody said, well, I spoke out, I just disagree with you, I don't think that that's her goal. I wouldn't suggest that most people that say that their goal is like, well, really, I just want everybody to utilize their voice. I think people that are saying that are like, no, silence is violence and you need to agree with me or you can't work with me in the case of Miss Rachel. I don't know how many people she employs with her channel over there, but I guess Mark Ruffalo is a big fan. He's kind of nutso on the political front. Like, I think he's constantly calling for like socialism and communism and these sorts of things when he really has done a good job enjoying the benefits of capitalism and the system that he's got going right now. But it says, since October 2023, that's the whole conflict that started the war going on between Israel and Hamas in Gaza, of course.
Well, it ramped it up. It had been going on.
Yeah.
Right?
There was like mostly a ceasefire in place before 7/7.
Got it.
And then Hamas went in and slaughtered these people at this music festival and elsewhere. And then from there, it's just been, back and forth and mostly a one-sided thing with Israel trying to whack-a-mole every Hamas person. And a lot of the people in Palestine and Gaza in particular just getting squished in the middle of this, which is horrific and terrible. And there's even like discussion going on now about how they can't get access to food because of different things, a hunger crisis. I've heard that a lot over the years. A lot of times it's not exactly accurate. There's activists who are involved in this, but it looks like there's a legit issue with people in Gaza just getting access to the food that will help keep them and their kids alive, which should be unacceptable. However, all those things considered, when Miss Rachel pops out again and says this kind of stuff, I don't think she's looking for people to have a conversation with her. I think she's suggesting everybody must be on the same page as me. And somehow, like, there's an implication here that if celebrities just speak up a little bit more, we'll solve all of these problems.
Imagine all the people.
Yeah, I don't know if that is going to work either. I'm guessing like maybe attention is helpful in some ways, but celebrities often think that their voices are the ones that are going to solve the problem, and that doesn't seem to necessarily happen. How do you guys feel about this? Well, support for Israel's military action in Gaza has declined substantially among U.S. adults, with only about 1/3 approving. A lot of people do not like Benjamin Netanyahu, the prime minister of Israel currently. In fact, this says he has the most negative rating he has since he was first included in Gallup polling in 1997. So he's not very popular. The new poll finds about...
This guy's been around for a while, huh?
Yeah. Either in office or like in power for so long in Israel. A new poll finds about 6 in 10 U.S. adults disapprove of the military action that Israel has taken in Gaza, up from about 45% in November 2023. And I honestly think that's just people who are saying enough is enough. How often do you have to bomb the sand? You're not going to get everybody in Hamas. In fact, you're just going to, get more people who are upset with an agenda against Israel that will then flood back into Hamas, and round we go. But I wonder if more parents will be like, no, this Miss Rachel stuff is just like, at some point you just got to go, hey, you could be an activist. I'm going to view you as an activist all the time. I can't separate this from like the entertainer side of it with my kids. Now it's a little...
I don't know. If my kid is acting like a crazed person and Miss Rachel calms that down a little bit.
You take anything?
I mean...
Can you say mental institution?
You'll take whatever. I also think it might be a fair point to say the kids who follow Miss Rachel, as long as it's not going into her YouTube content, it shouldn't matter as much. I don't think it's kids following her on Instagram necessarily. So maybe the platform is like more directed at adults or content.
I don't imagine, but if the lessons that she is providing on YouTube are for an age group that if they have an Instagram account, I'm confused.
That was my point. That's what I just said. My entire point is if you're being political on a platform like Instagram, you don't have, well, you're not supposed to have children on Instagram on that as a platform. So you can give her a little bit more of a rope on that one since she's targeting a different audience. At least that's what she would probably argue in this case.
Yeah, except her Instagram account is Miss Rachel for Littles. So that,
I think Miss Rachel was probably taken, yeah.
Maybe, but it just seems like, yes, that is what kind of her Instagram has taken on, and all of her social commentary is there, but it still says for littles.
It is, but like, is Instagram now that kind of thing you can throw in front of your small child that they can scroll through like you're doing with YouTube?
I don't think that's common. No.
Okay, so I mean, at that point,
I wouldn't recommend it.
Well, you're going to find adults who are like, you're never going to watch this again. I'm speaking to my toddler. She is allowed to have her own opinions and put them on a platform if she chooses.
But in some cases, isn't her opinion here saying that you're not allowed to have yours if you disagree? Because to me, saying like, hey, I'm not going to work with you unless you speak out on Gaza, I think it's very easy to flow from that to like, you got to have the same opinion as I do on Gaza.
Some of her posts about the Gaza situation have been, or maybe a lot of them, have been mostly pro-children and not necessarily one-sided. She has one where she lists all these things that she condemns, and it's like both sides. I don't want children dying, and so if you have the opposite opinion, well, then if you're like, I'm okay with some children dying, then she probably is not going to work with you.
Which ones are we talking about? Can we be more specific? Because I've encountered children that I may put in that category.
Hey, now.
But they weren't in a war zone, and they weren't like trying to get a bowl of gruel to stay alive. That wasn't the situation. I feel sorry for these kids. But there is like a level of totalitarianism in that activist group where it's like, nope, there's no room for disagreement. Like there's a genocide happening. So if you're not 1,000% on board with me, then you are as bad as the people dropping the bombs. It's like
Silence is violence.
Yeah, it's a real radical streak of people who I think oftentimes generally don't know what they're talking about, number one. And secondly, I think have an opinion that's not really open to free speech from those who disagree. But there she is again in the headlines for that and a bunch of stories today. Okay, let's work on this real quick because the FBI has put out a warning. I don't want you to get ripped off. I don't want you to get scammed. This is allegedly wiping out entire bank accounts. I don't want that to happen to you. The FBI issued this. They say they're reminding the public to beware of phantom hacker scams. All right? This is where cyber criminals use a 3-prong attack against victims using tech support, financial institutions, and government impersonation scams simultaneously.
All right.
So they said here's how it goes. The 3-prong attack that you need to watch out for starts with a tech support imposter contacting you by text, email, or a phone call, or a pop-up on a web browser, pretending to be a customer support representative from a real company. The message tells the victim to call a number for assistance, and the imposter instructs the victim to download a software program that gives them access to the device. You just seen this?
Yeah, and it almost got me. Got to be honest, because it
looked real.
It was from my Coinbase. Wasn't actually, but it was like, here's your code to log in. And if this wasn't you, call this number. And I immediately am like, oh, someone's hacked into my stuff. I go in there. Then I look at the number and I take a second before I call the number. And thank God that it was all over the internet that said, do not call this person.
Some of it is pretty convincing. Like, you don't have to be an absolute dummy to fall for these things. It could get almost anybody, I think.
I talked to a guy for a while. I wasted this dude's time, who did a Coinbase scam on me and said that some of my Bitcoin was in jeopardy. What he didn't know is that I don't have any Bitcoin, or maybe it was the amount of Bitcoin that he said. And I was like, I definitely don't have that much Bitcoin. I'd be in a different place if I had that much Bitcoin. But I let him on for a while, and he did not sound like a scammer.
No,
and I think you know what I mean by that.
He didn't sound like an Indian guy?
No, he sounded American. That's why I wanted to waste even more of his time.
I have heard, okay, as much grain of salt as you could put on something. I'm not putting my weight and my word behind this, but I'm just telling you. I have heard that now a lot of the scammers are utilizing technology that takes their words and uses AI to change their voice in almost real time.
Okay, but there would still be a language barrier. Like you would still be able to tell that the guy is saying weird things.
I mean,
do you know what I mean?
There was a documentary we all talked about in which there was in the U.S. like a bunch of it was a whole calling center that it was a scam. Remember? Those were all American dudes, so it's certainly there.
Where was this?
Wait, you're talking about the telemarketing one, like where the guy was doing heroin at his desk?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're talking about the Fraternal Order of Police stuff.
Yeah.
It's not to say that phone scams don't originate from the United States. It's that the lion's share of them absolutely originate from other countries, and the big notable one is India. And the giveaway is the sound of these Indian guys' voices, because it's like 99.99% Indian dudes when you're talking to somebody from that country. But if they use AI and all of a sudden they sound like Laura from Seattle.
Yeah, but if Laura, okay, like remember Akbar used to do this, rest in peace.
Akbar?
When he would say like, I am calling to telling you, I'm like, all right, but if he used, if he used some sort of AI voice changer, he's still saying, I am calling to telling you from Morocco. You know, there would still be some...
Unless they clean it up.
Yeah, maybe, but I think there would still be some intricacies of the English language that you would be a red flag.
It could be. It says in phase 2 of the scam, an imposter posing as the financial institution representative calls the victim, claims their accounts and device have been breached by a foreign hacker. And in the third and final phase of the scam, you hear from a fake Federal Reserve or government agency worker who's going to help you out. At the end, they wipe your entire bank account. Be very, very careful. Money. All right. And a lot of people sent over emails talking about the digital phlebotomist. Here's an example. I guess
70% of clinical decisions are made based on blood tests. However, hospitals and clinics are facing a significant shortage of healthcare personnel to draw blood.
Vitestro has developed a device that collects blood autonomously to solve this vital issue.
That thing is huge.
Using high-precision robotics.
All right, it's a massive machine that you then sit down next to, and then you put your arm underneath, and you grab your arm, and then it's supposed to get the blood itself.
It's an AI. The device finds the vein and inserts the needle, ensuring accurate and secure blood collection.
No.
Oh,
I ain't doing it. No way in hell.
Laboratories.
Give me your blood.
It's the first to have been validated successfully in thousands of patients. Their reviews are very positive, embracing a consistent procedure.
Is it possible that we're just like delaying the inevitable here, where we're saying, I don't want that. I don't want to sit next to that thing.
But sure, when I'm like 10 years in the window of death, then do whatever you want. But I'm not doing it right now.
Man.
When it's all good and ready and super tested, when I'm 80 years old, by all means, go to town.
But at least it's out there. I don't know what country that was.
That was
America.
millions of diamonds.
This is a Chinese hospital, I guess, and they've got a machine. Identifying blood vessels, please don't move. It's a fake arm, I think. Unless it's really white. Maybe it is. Oh, I don't like it. Oh. Now taking blood. And then even puts a little bandage on you afterwards. Like, it does the whole
put
thing.
The chip in your body?
That is super weird. Yeah, like with a laser, it looks at the surface, and then it like determines where the vein exactly is.
That's cool.
And then it deploys the needle to draw your blood.
Yeah, and then something goes wrong, and it chops your arm off.
Then it says start taking blood, and then right afterwards, it puts a little thing on. That's crazy. I'll put this up on See It Now so you can take a look at the visual. That's wild. When we come back, here's what we'll do. We'll do the final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut, and today I learned to wrap everything up for a Tuesday. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show, where bad ideas go to get broadcast. The Jim Colbert Show, weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Odoo.com Weather Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Hey, Central Florida, and happy Tuesday. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast. And today is another Fox 35 weather impact day because the heat continues. We're talking temperatures that will be approaching record levels. In fact, today we'll be expecting a high of 99 degrees in Orlando, which could tie the previous record of 99 set back in 1949. It will feel even hotter than that, though, with feels like temperatures around 108 to as high as 115. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Unbound.org. Right now, there are young people across the world facing a tough choice: continue their dream of education or drop out to help their family put food on the table. You can help change their future in a single moment. See how far your support can go at Unbound.org.
Listen, all my business-owning friends, that mortgage guy, Don, offers commercial and small business administration loans. That's right. If you have an existing SBA loan with a rate of 9% or more, then you are in luck. That mortgage guy, Don, can refinance your qualified high-interest SBA loan to a low fixed rate of 8.25%. Don't leave money on the table. Let that mortgage guy, Don, help you get the money off the table and back in your business-owning hands. Are you looking to buy a business or a franchise? That mortgage guy, Don, has your back and has over 50 sources for your SBA and business loans of all sizes. So get the process started today with an expert and a friend that you could trust. Go to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
It's hurricane season, and I got to tell you what, man, Solar Source helped me so much. If you were stuck last year without power, man, Solar Source has this battery backup system that is absolutely awesome. You should check it out. Go to solarsource.com/monsters. That's solarsource.com/monsters for more information. They helped me tremendously. When Hurricane Milton came, everybody on my block lost power. I was still able to broadcast live from the house because I had power. Solar Source, they've been in business for 40 years. They've served over 60.
Rate the show. Rate the show from 10 out of 10 to 0 out of 10. From 10 out of 10 to 0 out of 10. Rate the show. Take a moment of your time. It's a Share the Show Tuesday. Please, if you don't mind, everybody over on YouTube, stop for a second. Just go click the like button. It doesn't take that much effort on your part. And if you liked anything that you watched today or you ever see on the channel, it's a helpful thing. That's your mission, your job each day. One time, go over and hit the like button on the YouTube video. Thanks to those of you who have done that. Everybody else who's doing it right now, much, much appreciated. Now is your time to rate the show for the day. 13 out of 10, 9 out of 10. I laughed. I'll take that as a 10 out of 10. I think we're at about a 5.7 today. All right. YouTube is rocking it today? Maybe. I shared the show on Carnival's social media page. Snoop Frog says another great show, Shawn. Thank you. Yeah. I mean, it was okay. Shawn way underestimates the show's rating. We love the News Junkie. hey, if my 10 was a lot of your 10s, we wouldn't go anywhere. I have to aim as high as possible so that I always think if the show ends and I thought it was a 10, I don't care if it's my biggest enemy in broadcasting or anybody like that, they're not going to have a lot of negative things to say because the quality of the product was so good. I'm aiming high. I only switched to Dateline for a minute, so 8 out of 10 except the shirt. You're right. The shirt should be at least maybe -5. You know, it might have knocked off 5 points. Barbara, thanks for holding down the fort over there on Facebook. Who's our chatter of the day? Because of Sydney Sweeney. You know what? One hell of a punk rock show. You're the chatter of the day on YouTube. Congratulations. Thank you for your hard work and your great comments. Did Shawn talk about the $1 billion budget to revamp the Qatar jet bribe, the hidden money in the nuclear section of the defense budget? Number one, I don't like the idea that they obfuscate money like that in budgets on the baseline that it's for security. That's bullshit. They shouldn't do it. And number two, if it costs $1 billion to retrofit a plane, that's insane. It's insane. Waste of money. Shouldn't do it. So not a fan is your answer.
Sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. That's because Mike was smart this time. He took ZQL Ultra to fall asleep fast, stay asleep longer, and get the deeply restorative sleep he needs. So now he wakes up refreshed and ready to conquer Mondays.
Let's do this Monday.
ZQL Ultra. Not for colds, just for sleep. Really great sleep. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
You've got apps for everything. Music, photos, even ordering coffee. But only one app gives you the live radio experience. It's radio your way. Anytime, anywhere. Join the millions already listening. The free iHeartRadio app. The #1 app for radio.
Craving an action-packed adventure? Audible delivers thrills on your command. Get your imagination going with audiobooks that keep you guessing. Captivating originals, hotly anticipated new releases, and bestsellers. Start listening free when you sign up for a 30-day trial at audible.com.
The biggest stories of the day in all their glory and insanity. You're listening to the news.
Cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Share the Show Tuesday. And thank you to everybody who has shared the show in some way today. Honestly, when it's a Share the Show Tuesday and people email me afterwards and go, I just want you to know, I told a couple of friends, hey, I really like this show. Here's where you can listen to it. That means a lot because that is like the best way to spread the word about the News Junkie that one could ever imagine. It really is. Like,
word of mouth, baby.
If somebody says, oh, share it on Facebook with your friends or, you know, liking the stream and all that stuff, that's all great. But if you, heart to heart level, tell your friends like, hey, I listen to the show. If you're looking for something to listen to on the way home or, you know, as a podcast, you should check it out. That, like, the amount of those people that will hear that and then actually give us at least a shot is probably pretty high. Over 50%, I would think. Maybe lower. But like, I think a lot of people that somebody personally says, you know what you should check out? You should really check this out. A lot of times that works quite well. Let's get some updates in real quick. The police chief in Cincinnati says now 5 people have been charged in connection with that violent downtown brawl that went viral. Excuse me.
Oh, it was kind of vile.
Yeah,
Seemed kind of vile.
Police say it began as a verbal altercation that turned physical. There's some dude on camera just like punching this woman right in the face and knocking her out. And then when a woman tried to help the woman, the guy's like about to knock her out. It was just debauchery and culture rot on display on the streets.
Vile's a good word then.
I mean it in the worst possible way. And the police chief says now at least 5 people have been charged. That's good. They should not let that happen again. And let's see if we can squeeze in one last dispatch.
These are the final dispatches.
Gonna have to be quick.
But Shawn will probably only play one.
I don't know. Let's see here. All right, one last dispatch. I'm going to work in this one from Dandy Chickens.
Hear me out. And this one is for you, Shawn.
Yeah?
You know how they have those museums where you walk around with the headphones on and you can only hear what you got going through the headphones? We're going to come up with a silent cruise.
No.
The News Junkie presents Silent Cruise 2025.
No.
Okay. Think about it.
You have to walk the fine line of getting the riffraff out of the cheap cruises and still having fun. I still want to have fun.
The last cruise I went on was not a silent cruise by any means, but it had a silent disco. And that was a good time.
Oh, you actually tried that out?
Oh, yeah. We went. It was the crazy part was at the silent disco, your headphones had 2 different mixes you could listen to, like 2 different.
There's 2 DJs on the stage or something.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
The real treat is if you just watch everybody, because then you hear everybody.
Right.
Woo!
And they're all dancing differently.
There were a couple songs where I was like, this is going to be more fun to take my headphones off. Because like when Baby One More Time was playing, it'd be like, you would, my loneliness, and you would take it off. And everybody's, and I. Yeah. It was good.
It's fun. All right, let's get the hell out of here. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
That'd be fun for the bartenders, too. Just bartending in a silent room, watching everybody get, crazy.
And all right. Here we go. Let's wrap it up and get the hell out of here today. It's Today I Learned for a Tuesday, July 29th, 2025. I want to apologize profusely for wearing this shirt. And
it's a fine shirt, man.
It's just
it's annoying you more than it's annoying us, I think.
Butt hanging out the whole time. The shirt's like, it's just bad. I want to apologize for that. So instead, we'll go to this here at the end. Today I learned this guy named Jesse Hyman. And he's a prolific background extra in TV and film. He has 108 credits, including this show right here.
The Office? No.
How I Met Your Mother. That's right, How I Met Your Mother. He was on Spider-Man, The Social Network. We talked about that earlier. Transformers, How I Met Your Mother, and many more. He's the most prolific background extra of all time. Wow. Speaking of blood, today I learned this lady.
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift is correct. In 2014, Taylor Swift removed her music from Spotify because she said music should not be free. Spotify in 2014? That's like, that seems like a million years ago. Taylor Allison Swift now fully supports her music being on all these platforms, including iHeartRadio. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We're back tomorrow, same time, same place. Missed any of the show? Get the podcast over on the web.